feeling absolutely wonderfully. Should I say that I am excited, or you can tell by the smile on my face? Man, I take a look at this matchup. It all comes down to this. This is the end of the season, Jack. You know, for some of these teams, this is the last tournament that they will be playing in 2021, and you know that was a bit of a rough year. I would say it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster, and what a better way to end it than a grand final.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a strange one, of course. You know, a lot of these events going on, you know, a lot of these relog events, you know, a lot of these Malta Vibes tournaments, and man, we're finally here at one of the last ones. It's ridiculous to even think, you know, that we're nearing the end of 2021. The year went by so quick, but we still have, you know, one more final at least. And I mean, having a look at the bracket, these teams, they had to fight to get here. I mean, Ecstatic breaking their way through, taking down Amiga, then taking down Blink as well. And then that game against Mouse NXT, actually in the semi-final, getting 16-1 on the first map and managing to bring it back, which is an absolute ridiculous scoreline. Of course, they're going to be taking on the other Danes in the bracket, the other Danes in the event, Copenhagen Flames, who, I mean, they're yet to drop a map. So this is shaping up to be a very, very big deal.
Yeah, right. Copenhagen Flames right now feeling caught on their heels, and both these teams, I would say, they were one of the, maybe two of the revelations of this year of 2021. Both these teams starting the year as a lot of tier 1 analysts and casters would say, they were just nobodies. That's it. No one knew who they were on the top level, but now they've made names for themselves. They've started participating in tournaments like that, and you know, they've started dominating tournaments like that. Copenhagen Flames, you mentioned that they've won 4 out of their last 4 games, and all of them have been without dropping a map, so they're feeling really well. I would say that they were just a little bit shaken after that PGL major. They had a couple rough tournaments that maybe it was just them realizing, okay, we're out of a major. Yes, we are just a little bit disappointed we didn't make it to the playoffs, but how does that sound, Jack? Copenhagen Flames were disappointed because they didn't make it into the playoffs. That just shows you how good they are right now. And, well, these guys, it has been just a really tough ride for them throughout this entire year. They've been going through a lot of roster changes as well, but I feel like since the addition, of course, of people like Roy and Hooksy, the Mad Lions duo, the ex-Mad Lions duo, and Zyphon from Astralis Academy, or Astralis Talent, as some would say, they've found the right formula.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous to say that, you know, the Copenhagen Flames, they were just inches away from actually getting to the major playoff stage. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous to think of, considering where these 5 players were at the beginning of the year. Like, that is a fantastic achievement in itself. And I mean, you know, I know that is a fantastic achievement in its own regard, but to win the Malta Vibes, that'd be like the icing on the cake, I think, for this year. You know, that'd just be a lovely way to close out 2021. Get a little bit more cash coming up to Christmas, you know yourself. A little bit of cash coming up to Christmas never hurt anybody. But they've got a really, really on form Ecstatic team on the other side.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, Ted, we've had the privilege of watching these guys, you know, throughout this whole year in a lot of these events. Of course, the ex-Lyngby Vikings, now under the name Ecstatic, they've gone through a lot of roster changes. They've made a load of changes to personnel. They've finally got a 5 that looks like it is together. It looks like it works, and it's been getting the results. And let's not forget, Ted, these actually won the last Malta Vibes, so they want to retain the title. They want to be back-to-back champions, and well, I think they might be able to do it, but we're going to jump directly into the veto. Ted, have a little talk through it.
Okay, those two, pretty basic Copenhagen Flames. This has been their permaban throughout this entire year. Now, Overpass, this is the decision from Ecstatic. They need to decide whether they want to remove Overpass and play Nuke, or remove Nuke and play Overpass. Now, in this scenario, you get rid of Overpass. We understand it. The last few times you've played Overpass, it has been shaky. It hasn't been working out. You've played Overpass twice against Copenhagen Flames throughout 2021. You did win one of them. But Overpass has never been such a great map for Ecstatic. As much as I love their veto, I love the fact that they don't actually have a permaban. But since then, Nuke, the peak for Copenhagen Flames. Again, nothing too surprising. Inferno is a really good one for me, for the side of Ecstatic. In fact, Inferno is the map that Ecstatic haven't picked so far. They haven't picked it yet in the Malta Vibes. This is their first time in their 3 games they've picked different maps. But this is a map that they usually love playing against Copenhagen Flames, and a map that they feel really comfortable on against their fellow Danes. And well, taking a look at the Vertigo one, I think that the reason we didn't see Vertigo getting picked for Ecstatic and just getting left as a decider, it's still one of their really good maps. They've played it over 30 times in the past 3 months, which is insane. But I feel like maybe yesterday's game against Mouse NXT has shaken them just a little bit on that Vertigo.
Yeah, I mean, that 16-1, it's going to do... I wonder what it's going to kind of do for the confidence. Ecstatic, though, they seem like a team that it's not going to... They're not going to let it affect them. Yes, okay, maybe it just was literally a bad day on Vertigo. They managed to bring it back. They managed to recover it, and maybe just picking into Inferno as well, because it hasn't been a great map for Copenhagen Flames. You know, in recent memory, I think they're 6-12 on it over the last 3 months. So it's you know, it's not spectacular for them. Maybe Ecstatic are just saying, all right, let's pick Inferno. We know we can beat them on Inferno, and then if we do get Vertigo as that decider, we know we're pretty strong on that, so we can maybe just have that to fall back on as well. But I don't see it really a way that Ecstatic are going to be able to upset Copenhagen Flames on Nuke. I'm looking at this. I think it is going to be a 3-mapper, and I think it is just going to be a fact of Copenhagen Flames, they take their pick, Ecstatic take Inferno, and Vertigo, really, it's anybody's game.
Okay, so you're looking at a bit of a like a punishment pick veto is what I'm getting for you. That vibe is I'm getting for you. But you know, it's always really interesting with those two teams because they have pretty legitimate map pool, and it's not like you would see them just go for a lot of these switches throughout the entire season. No, the season started pretty well. Like, both teams started their season with like 4 maps in their map pool, and then they were just a little bit shaky. With it going through, I would say that Ecstatic right now, they don't have a permaban. We already spoke about it. They're a team that just loves watching their vetoes, their preparations, their demos. So every single time they go into a game, it's just like, what do we want to play today? And what do we think that our opponents don't want to be playing? So with them, it's really tough to prepare. Like, in a game against Copenhagen Flames, in that scenario was quite simple. You just pick between Overpass and Nuke, which one you want to play, or which one, let's say, not which one you want to play, which one you don't want to play more. So yeah, I guess it's really interesting because in between those two teams, we actually have only one permaban, and this is Dust 2 from the side of Copenhagen Flames. Every single other map was a possibility, and that just makes it really interesting.
Yeah, it makes it difficult to prepare as well, you know, if you're the Copenhagen Flames side, right? Because you don't know what maps are going to be there. Yeah, you might have a rough idea. You know what you're going to pick, but you've absolutely no idea what's coming on the other side of it. And that's what kind of goes in favor of Ecstatic as well, because they are coming into this one as a little bit of the underdogs. They have only beaten Copenhagen Flames, I believe, once so far this year. But that was the last time that they played. I believe they 2-0'd them in a Fun Spark event. So yeah, you know, both of them were close games, to be fair. I believe one of them even went to overtime. I think we might have even seen all 30 maps in the other game. So, you know, looking at that, you know, this one is going to be tough, man. This one mightn't be as straightforward as people seem, because a lot of people from the outside looking in, they're going to be saying, oh, well, you know, Copenhagen Flames, they're the higher rank, you know, they are looking like the better team on paper. Man, you know, every time we've watched Ecstatic, every single time we've covered them, every single time we've casted them, they've colored us impressed. They have really caught us by surprise of how good this team have actually been, and how far that they've come from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, right, because you look at it from a viewer's perspective, and you're like, yeah, Copenhagen Flames, they played on the major. I believe they I remember that they were close to getting to the playoffs, so you're like, yeah, they were top 10 at one point. Who are these Ecstatic guys? But then you remember, Ecstatic, they're one of, I said it already, one of the revelations of this year's tier 2, tier 3 scene. And you know, this is still a Danish derby. These guys know each other. Like, for blood's sake, Dafu and Manx used to play for Copenhagen Flames. So there's always going to be this factor of, okay, we know each other so well, we know what the others are capable of, and that's going to be the tough part. It's really tough to catch them off guard when you know each other so well.
Yeah, that's it. Who is going to be crowned Malta Vibes champion, and who He's going to have the bragging rights over the others. We're jumping into the pistol and starting us off. Fasher, he will open things up, tapping away with the USP, looking for a second. Won't find too much until he peeks and finds Zyphon, drops the bomb out in the open. So far, so good for Ecstatic. They have a great control now over this round. Fasher is on an absolute tear. There's 4 for him. And Yabi now trying to make his way slowly out of hut. Can't really get up to much. Ecstatic, a clean CT pistol to start us off.
Okay, that's a really good one. Of course, going through it, that's a pretty standard first round pistol for Copenhagen Flames. You can just see Bird from Sky doing the preparations for this one. A pretty default. The Flames, they love going for that little bit of an outside play. They get themselves into pretty aggressive positions, then they hold, they wait for the CTs to pick into them, and they get the kills. The idea of this round, initial aggression, slowing down, and playing late round again after getting the kills. But it doesn't work out. The shots won't go in their favor. Something actually really interesting, speaking about the preparations for Ecstatic, they did drop their coach right before the start of this game. So Trace is not a part of this team anymore. They don't have a coach going into this matchup, Jack.
Yeah, that was a little bit strange. It caught me by surprise when I was checking on HLTV, but I mean, they'll have to do it without him here, and so far so good for them, as actually Copenhagen Flames, they are going to get out, but they end up losing a few men on that A site. As now Nicolas and Huxley left in a 2 versus 3. Wolfie will find that kill, and Huxley, he has actually escaped with the bomb. He's going to go down the ramp, might get a plant out of this. I believe Bird from Sky has already rotated down, needs to be very quick, swinging out single. Oh, bomb's going to be planted. It is a decent enough result there for Copenhagen Flames, but they invested a lot in that round. That was a force buy.
Yeah, right? And you don't get pretty much anything done. You just get the double kill Zyphon and Roy with 1 apiece. And that's a lovely start for Ecstatic. You know, it was a force buy. Now you're going to be up against the Eco. You hold on to the 3 M4s. You can now upgrade. We can see Bird from Sky going for a 4th one. He's going to drop one over to Fasher. And they're actually going to go for the 5 M4s against the Eco, which is quite good. You hold on to these guns in this round. You make sure you don't lose a lot of players. Your economy is going to be looking really good. And this is what Ecstatic need. They need the flow of the game. They need the momentum to start building up from the get-go, especially on the map choice of Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need to do and get done, as we see a little bit of a deagle buy starting off, and Ecstatic, they should be able to get over this hurdle really without any bother whatsoever. But I mean, these deagles, they're still fairly dangerous, and Copenhagen Flames, they're just going to be spreading out into pretty much a default. Everybody going to take some fights wherever they can go and hopefully win them. I mean, this would be a spectacular round. And what would it would do for the confidence, and how about that? Yabi and Roy, they start things off massively for their side, but they're going to be traded right back as Ecstatic try and get a grip on the round altogether. Yabi with his deagle can't do much as Dafu will find his head on his old teammate. And now it is just going to be the M4 of Roy, the deagle of Zyphon, but the deagle of Zyphon can't accomplish much. A 1 versus 3, Roy. He is in heaven, but he's no bomb, so this is very, very difficult to do. Damage really the name of the game here, Ted.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just looking for a couple initial kills. Maybe if it goes to it, you might even commit to a save now, realizing, okay, I have enough money for armor, I have enough money for utility in the next one. I can actually go and save that M4, but Fasher is not going to allow me to do so. You can almost see a pretty decent reaction from Ecstatic right there, even though they lost the first 2 fights, which, yeah, it's unlucky. You just get 1 deeked. They react immediately. They take the fights, and they turn around the round.
They do indeed. And, well, popping up on your screen if you haven't seen already, there is a 100% deposit bonus up to €100 offer going on at the minute. You can sign up to Pinnacle using that code Malta21. You can click that banner down below the stream and get involved. You have to be 18 years of age or over, and make sure you're only gambling what you can afford to lose. As we get into the first buy round of this Malta Vibes final, and to start things off, it's going to be Fasher to take down Yabi, a little bit too aggressive towards the squeaky door. Wolfie already down secret, and he might just be rewarded for it. Yes, he will. In the meantime, Fasher has lost his life, but at least Ecstatic, they've kept that man advantage intact.
Doing so well to counter that early aggression from the T's. Ecstatic finding this double kill. But now they need to wonder where Copenhagen Flames will be. And, well, the T's, they don't have a lot of information, do they? No presence towards outside whatsoever. They need to be looking for success towards Ram, but Mangs might get a timing and, oh, nearly gets the second. But that's going to be enough. The information in that case, you're leaving your teammates in the 3 versus 2. This is a really good round. Well, now Roy and Zyphon, they need to be looking for a way back into this.
That's a really good adjustment there from Zyphon. He was spinning around there and somehow still managed to find the kill. 16 HP. Oh, look at this from Bird from Sky. He's just going to continue to push. And, well, there's the bomb. Rewarded greatly for his aggressive efforts. And we find Roy again in a 1 versus 3 situation. And this one, pretty much the same story. Pretty much very unwinnable. So, he will just be maybe waiting out that smoke. Might be tempted to just walk through it, but he's just going to wait for it to dissipate. Going to swing out. He's making a lot of steps. He has recovered that bomb now. And he's going to try and make his way towards a Dafu. Is the only defender. Needs to find these kills. Roy is not going to check. And, well, Dafu will take him down. 4-0. Perfect start for Ecstatic. Copenhagen Flames struggling to get going here on Nuke.
Yeah, you know, I love the move from Wolfie. He was really quick on the reaction, and I believe he didn't drop from Vent. Like, he was already down secret from Ram from the get-go, so they were anticipating that early secret aggression here from Ecstatic. You could see the read from Bird from Sky was really good. Then you get the second kill. Yes, you lose faster through a smoke, but it's not so bad. From the moment that you get the quick double, you get the round under control, and now Copenhagen Flames, they're going to be looking to switch up the pace.
Oh, this is going to be a fast one into A. Fasher will find the first. Yabi with a quick refrag. They're out on the site here, but Dafu is defending expertly. Bird from Sky helping out as well. And just when you think it might get a little bit hectic, it might get a little bit crazy, Ecstatic, they're able to restore a little bit of order. Huxley going to be making his way out. Should go down here, and he will to Wolfie. So only losing one man. It's not a terrible result for Ecstatic in that round whatsoever. Fasher won't be too annoyed that he has to rebuy. He'll be dropped over a weapon. Reinvestment now coming in from the Copenhagen Flame side. No bomb plant, but they will still get at least AKs out. Zyphon the only one on a lesser rifle, but we're going to have a little bit of attack. So just a little bit of a discussion early on, and to be honest, I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, right. Especially when you have a person like Peter being in the coach seat. For those of you that are unfamiliar, because I actually figured out a lot of people didn't know that Peter is actually a major champion with NIP in 2014, I believe. He won the major in Cologne. So he is the man that was even praised throughout PGO Major 2021 for him being a really good tactically organized coach. So he is one that does his preparation. He is a coach that goes all throughout all these demos. He knows exactly what's going on. But right now, Copenhagen Flames going for this kind of an early tag shows two things. First of all, okay, we're thinking about it. We know that we should readjust something. That's good. Part one is just realizing that there is a problem. Part two, though, is that there is a problem just 5 rounds into the game. And this is maybe not the ideal side of it. But, well, let's see what the reaction is going to be.
Oh, Wolfie getting aggressive, and he's going to find that opening pick. Now, Bird from Sky close. He's not going to be cleared underneath Silo, and Ecstatic are absolutely taking Copenhagen Flames out of the server so far. Nico does yet to register a kill. Still knows that Bird from Sky is going to be trapped. The flash is going to be good to get him out, and Bird from Sky gets the kill as well. Copenhagen Flames, they've been ripped and torn limb from limb once again. Huxley has to, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Everybody's dead. You've 1 minute and 10 seconds. Yes, you've a lot of time, but you've no teammates. The round is pretty much over, and it's a fantastic round from Ecstatic as well. Just that aggressive play towards outside, working out exactly how you would have wanted. Wolfie, he's going to be spotted, but Huxley now is going to go for maybe a little bit of a reposition. Gets dinked up for his trouble. Here comes the swing, and here comes the kill. A clean round from Ecstatic once again.
That's heartbreaking for the T's, right? On the back of a tactical timeout as well. I mean, after the tag, you're like, yeah, things are going to start looking better. The only thing that's looking good right now for them is potentially the giveaway and the skins from Hellcase, which you can participate in. Hellcase, pretty cool guys. But Jack, going back to it, Copenhagen Flames, you go for attack, and that's annoying because, right, you switch things up. You're like, okay, I have an idea on how to deal with this. It shows that Bird from Sky is just one step ahead. He knew what's going on.
He has a rough idea. He has a good read on the game so far, but down the vent will go one of Copenhagen Flames players. Wolfie can only find one. Caught really out in the open there. He got a little bit too aggressive. Manx is going to be tested, but he has to now fall back away towards the B site as Copenhagen Flames. They're going to continue to make their way down. Manx can only get one, and Roy will find that kill. If they drop down the vent, there could be trouble, as Huxley will find Fasher and find an AK for himself. Look at all the weapons that Copenhagen Flames have recovered. This is looking absolutely disastrous now for Ecstatic. The bomb is dropped out in the open though, but Roy finds that kill. Dafu now alone in a 1 versus 3, making a 1v1 as Dafu will strike. He'll find 2. Roy now half HP, has the bomb on his back, but has to try and commit to the plant. He will do so. Dafu swings open the door. Roy finds the head, a 4k from him. Finally, Copenhagen Flames get on the board.
They do get on the board, and ladies and gents, if you want to get on the board, make sure you head over to Pinnacle, use our code Malta21, and you can take advantage of the 100% deposit bonus up to €100. But Jack, that is what Copenhagen Flames needed, right? In a lot of these scenarios, when you see that a team is just struggling to get things going, because we know that this is not because the T side of Copenhagen Flames is bad. This is not because Nuke is a really tough map for them. No, it's because Ecstatic haven't been giving them a lot of chances. But this is a really nice way to get things going, right? This little shenanigan play with the Pistos, trying to get them out of their comfort zone, trying to break the seal. And right now, you've done so, but you need to convert a buy around.
Being very cautious here towards outside. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And Copenhagen Flames, they will not be caught out by that aggression once again. As Dignitas holds, the peak is not going to be good enough from Wolfie. And Ecstatic are down to 2. Dafu trying to make it a little bit more favourable. Dignitas somehow survives there on 12 HP. Manx can't confirm a kill himself either. So Ecstatic on the back foot in this round. Huxley's he's in a fantastic position here, and I mean, if Dafu just slowly walks in, I don't know now if he is gonna just make his way forward. He seems to be aware that this is definitely a possibility, and he's actually gonna make his way back. So it's not gonna end in disaster just yet for Ecstatic, but Copenhagen Flames, they should be able to close this one out without really any problems.
Yeah, and they understand the task right now, right? Ecstatic, you could see that even before the bomb is down, they're already thinking about the save. They know that unless it was Copenhagen Flames to just throw a couple free kills at them, it was never going to work out. And now as the bomb is going to go down, that's just going to seal the deal. It's really important that Copenhagen Flames managed to counter that aggression, because we spoke about it. Wolfie is a really hard opener to play against. It's really tough to predict what he's gonna go for, because he's not hyper aggressive most of the time. He's just really adaptive, you know. In a lot of the games, in some games you would see him go for those crazy moves towards secret, the early rotations, the fights towards outside. In another game you would see him just constantly stay up heaven or even down deep into CT, just make sure that he gets a really deep angle to get a first kill and then not get refragged. So it's really tough to readjust. Now maybe Copenhagen Flames have started realizing what the idea is going to be on the side of Ecstatic. You know, you're going to be playing against Bird from Sky, who's one of the most evil geniuses in the on the scene. He loves his crazy plays. So when you manage to counter his aggression, that's just you covering 50% of what Bird from Sky is capable of. And this is what you need. Like, this is what you need. You need to win a couple rounds in a row. Yes, this is T-side Nuke, but things were not looking that promising in the beginning. Now it's a bit better.
Yes, looking at just a small bit better, right? But, you know, that's just that kind of thing. When you go 6 rounds down, or you're yet to kind of get a round on the board, all it kind of takes is just one round just to kickstart your half. And, well, that's what we could be seeing right now here from Copenhagen Flames. They've got 2 in a row, looking for a third. Roy, he's taking a lot of damage. He's down to 3 HP already, so not the perfect start for him, but what a peak from Huxley there, as it is going to be the Ecstatic IGL. Dropped down and out, and it is Ecstatic once again now on the back foot, and they've found themselves on the back foot the past few rounds in a row, but they're gonna try and counteract it with a little bit of aggression. Huxley walking around that smoke. Who sees who first? Dafu not going to be aware. Yabi will find the kill as well. All of a sudden, Ecstatic, they're down to 2 once again, and Copenhagen Flames, they are already on this A site, so another save possibly on the cards.
Yeah, right. You need to hold on to the AWP and the M4 because of the rounds that you won in the beginning. Your economy was looking quite well until that point, but now you've lost 3 in a row. 2 of them have been extremely one-sided after the 1 versus 1 that Roy managed to win on the back of the half buy. And Ecstatic, they're going to be starting to feel just a little bit pressured now, especially with their economy. Copenhagen Flames, by the looks of it, they found the right formula. They're able to counter that outside aggression. And you know, we could see it from Ecstatic. They want to fight for it so badly, but actually, a man that you wouldn't be expecting to be doing so well on the entries, that's Hooksy, who's usually the support on this side. He's playing first and he's actually finding the first kills, you know. Normally you would expect Roy to be that person. Normally the entire game plan for Copenhagen Flames is just around Roy getting those entries, but Hooksy, he's been doing really well in that scenario.
And now it's Ecstatic's turn to call a little bit of attack. So maybe they are feeling the pressure just a little bit, because after starting so well, after being so dominant, then, you know, you lose a few rounds and you lose them rather convincingly. Yeah. You're in a little bit of trouble. Money, not great. So they'll have a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a decision what they want to do. And how they are going to counteract this from Copenhagen Flames. I don't know if it's going to come in this round. It'd be interesting to see where they put Manx, because I believe he is going to be the only man on a rifle and a few HE spots. So maybe a little bit of a nade stack somewhere. We'll have to wait and see as we get into this 10th round. But this is a really good opportunity for Copenhagen Flames to really get back within touching distance of Ecstatic.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a round where you should be looking at a pretty clean result. Not allow the M4 to have its impact is the go-to. Well, Yabi, he's going to make his way down the vent. That opens up a lot of space now for the side of Copenhagen Flames. And, well, as right now they're controlling the rotations, they can just slow down, wait for Ecstatic to make a move, but they've made the move, and it has been a successful one.
And that M4 in an impactful position, Manx has found an opening kill. Now, Copenhagen Flames, they're going to try and react, and they're going to try and get down secret. There isn't too much information for Wolfie to gather. There's actually a little bit of a gap in the smoke, so he's spotted at least one player going down. And it is going to be Bird from Sky rotating down with that AK. He's hearing the step, so he's going to find Hooksy as well. He's going to find that kill, and now he gets in towards control. Yabi might try and take him out. No, that's a lovely peek and a lovely headshot, as we see Ecstatic still with the man advantage, but they're after losing one of those rifles. Going to need to try and get a little bit lucky, maybe catch one of these AKs off guard. The AWP and Ikodas is going to be low. Yabi will find Manx looking for Dafu. He gets him as well. Fasher, the last man standing, but he will fall as well. Looked a little bit shaky there towards the kind of mid-round, but Copenhagen Flames are able to recover, and they're able to pick up a fourth.
Yeah, you know what I'm liking so far from Copenhagen Flames? You've kind of pushed Roy back into more of a refragging role, right? You're not relying to him so much on going for those first peaks and those first kills. You kind of realize that he has got the most firepower maybe in this Copenhagen Flames roster, and you're like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna give him more freedom. We're gonna give him just a little bit more chances. This is the same that Ecstatic are doing with Fasher on their T side, and I'm loving that. But what I'm loving as well is that early aggression from Nikodos. Gets the first, tries to get out of there, but look at that from Dafu.
Oh, and he even swaps to the pistol as well. Beautiful from Dafu, one of the stars so far for Ecstatic towards this end of the year. And Hooksy finds himself in a position that he hasn't found himself in a while. Copenhagen Flames, after winning round after round so dominantly, all of a sudden, this round looks as good as over, unless he can pull off some heroics, but it's not to be. Manx will take him down, and it's two of the ex-Copenhagen Flames boys combining there to get a 7th on the board now for Ecstatic. And man, the aggression from Nikodos was nice, but Dafu just peeking, everybody peeking one by one into him, just spraying down, finding the kills. Even the composure to swap over to the USP and still find that kill onto the Opper was nice in itself. And Copenhagen Flames, they're going to be using their 2nd tactical timeout up. So taking this one very seriously. They're not taking this one lightly. They're going to be maybe a little bit disappointed. Nikodos maybe a little bit unlucky. Was he moving there, I think, with that shot towards the vent? He might have just been, but he might be feeling just a little bit hard done by, or a little bit disappointed in himself that he did not connect on that kill, because that could have been the round, that could have been the double, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm loving from the CT so far? You found out that outside is never going to be working out for you. Like, Yard is a really tough spot to kind of try and contest against Copenhagen Flames. Even tier 1 teams found some troubles doing that. I love the fact that you're not trying to put too much towards it. You tried to fight fire with fire, but it didn't work out. And now you're like, you know what, ground, we're going to just be going for the passive hold. We're going to focus on the bomb side. And this is what Copenhagen Flames kind of tried to abuse. They were like, yeah, surely now they put even more people towards outside. So maybe the inner bomb side is going to be just a little bit susceptible. But, well, it wasn't. Dafu with a really nice recovery. And now Copenhagen Flames, you're back to the drawing board. And Ecstatic, they're not going to make it an easy ride for you. But so far, at least in this round, it has been a bit of a slower run.
What about this setup here from Ecstatic? I mean, the double setup towards Garage is pretty interesting. Oh, nice little double setup towards Ramp. They're going to bait him into Dafu. They haven't done this before, and they're going to strike, and Dafu will find two. That's beautiful. The lovely bait and switch there. Bird from Sky peeks right into the op of Nikodos as well. He hasn't found much joy as Bird from Sky just cowers in a corner and hopes that he isn't going to be taken down. Himself and Fasher, they're going to swing out and get out of dodge while they can. And Nikodos, he's going to be left scratching his head, wondering where they went. As, Huxley's going to be spotted there. The spam isn't good enough to find a kill, but it is good enough to do even more damage. 30 seconds. Copenhagen Flames slowly running out of time. Fasher with that kill on Yabi should seal it. As Huxley tries to walk out. Still looking for that main player, hasn't spotted him out just yet. The Opera misses the shot. Bird from Sky takes him down, and it's a clean round from Ecstatic. When they're winning the rounds, Ted, they are winning them very convincingly.
Yeah, and that helps out with the economy, right? But you know what the scary part, I think, for me, is that in that scenario, the bait and switch that you spoke about, it didn't really work out as they wanted it, right? Because the idea is Dafu gets the first, then Manx peaks and gets the second. They actually get another 1v1 against Dafu because Manx misses his shots, but Dafu, he still gets a double. And you know, Dafu, he's the player that we've been, well, not overlooking, but we haven't been speaking of him so much lately. I feel like in the past couple weeks, he's been one of the revelations on this Ecstatic side. Himself and Manx are having really good games from time to time, because normally you expect people like Fasher, like Wolfie to be doing the heavy lifting. Of course, Bird from Sky, we're gonna get to him on the T side, because man, I can't wait to speak about his T side. But Manx and Dafu have been two people to kind of step up and show that they have a lot of multi-kill potential. Even if they're not getting the most kills on the board, their impact is really high.
And that's what makes Ecstatic so good at the minute, is that everybody can pick up the pace. If somebody's having a bad game, somebody else can take over from them. Everybody on this Ecstatic team can frag, and we're seeing some kind of glimpses of it right now. Look at that boost there. Fasher finds the first and even gets the second as well. Huxley's down. Roy goes for the refrag and will find the double. Wolfie from heaven now will get another, but all of a sudden Roy finds himself, even though he is done very well to find two, he finds himself in a 1 versus 3 once again. I mean, it was a nice double refrag, but instantly two more of his teammates got taken out. And what can you do in that scenario once again? Ecstatic, they look like it is slipping away from them. Then they just tighten their grip on the round one more time. And Roy, unless we can see some heroics, he makes his way slowly out. He might get caught on timing, and he will. Bird from Sky executes him in the back of the head. 9-4. Ecstatic now kind of showing their prowess on the CT side here. And Copenhagen Flames, their money in a little bit of an iffy situation.
You have to be feeling just a little bit sorry there for Roy, right? Because going into this matchup, you're looking at Roy and Fasher on the other side. You're going to be like, yeah, this is the battle of the Star Riflers. Okay, both these players, the highest rated players on their sides, of course, pretty not so different in the terms of how they're playing, especially right now when we're seeing the T side of Copenhagen Flames. Actually, Roy's playing in the same way that Fasher is on the T side of Ecstatic, but normally you would see Roy on the entry. He's a really effective one as well. He's actually had 24 out of his 29 tournaments throughout this entire year have been positive for him. in terms of score. And for this to be your entry, this is insane. So far, though, the big difference has been the teammates, right? Because you have people like Zyphun, he's currently 3-12. Hooksy, 3-12 as well. Yeah, Zyphun, I speak about him. He's going to get a 1 That's the caster's curse. But overall, the rest of the team has been making the difference, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's really it. As we see now, Roy finds himself in a 1 versus 2. Again, in another 1vx situation. Still yet to convert one of these. But we'll have a look as he makes his way forward. And now, I don't think he's going to be ready for this position whatsoever for Fasher. This is just not going to be a possibility. He does have a little bit of time. He has a rough idea where Dafu is. Oh, he seems to check for it, but he is not going to find the kill. 10 for Fasher. 16 and 8, he's having fun. And Ecstatic, well, they're going to be smiling after this first half, I can tell you that for nothing.
Yeah, right. Like, you exclude those 4 rounds in the middle of the half that Copenhagen Flames managed to pick up. On the back of that, of course, tactical timeout, it could have helped. On the back of the force buy that they... Well, it wasn't a force buy, it was a half buy with the pistols that they managed to win. Since then, though, Ecstatic with a really nice recovery. And, you know, I'm just curious to see if this is just a fluke or is going to be actually a working system that they have on Nuke. Because if it is a working system, this is really dangerous. And taking a look at that, the early damage goes in favor of Ecstatic, but the first kill is going to be grabbed from Zyphun.
Oh, and there's a second as well. Zyphun is on a tear right now. Ted, he heard what you said and he's not happy about it whatsoever. Oh, and Roy, with that spam through the smoke, at least gets that refrag, leaving Manx alone in a 1v3. And Copenhagen Flames, they want this last round and they're going to take it by storm. They're going to take it by force. As now Manx, he's making a lot of steps as well. He is going to be hurt. That HE should take down Zyphun. No, it doesn't even do any damage. A little bit too far, as the spam will. But smoked off once again. 2 flashes will peek off the second one, trying to spot out the upper, will not find him. Nikodos takes him down 10-5. I mean, it's not terrible for Copenhagen Flames. Both sides might be happy enough, but Copenhagen Flames, they really need to start well on this CT side. You don't want to be giving away the pistol and the conversion round to Ecstatic, because they're even going to call attack, because they know that they have a great possibility if they manage to get these 2 rounds, these next 2 rounds. Copenhagen Flames, they might just stutter a little bit on their map pick.
Yeah, right. You know, another thing that people don't want to be missing out, Jack, is our lovely offer from Pinnacle. You want to tell our audience just a little bit more about it, because it's really looking good.
Yeah, man, if you haven't seen it already, it's a 100% deposit bonus up to €100 when you sign up using code Malta21. You can click the banner down below the stream to get involved. You have to be 18 years of age or over, and make sure you're only gambling what you can afford to lose. And Ted, looking at this one, only 2 players with armor. That's going to be Manx and Fasher, and look at the amount of utility that is on the side of Ecstatic.
Okay, so are we going to see an A execute or some outside shenanigans and then fall back and play the contact? Well, I guess we're about to see a lot of smokes, a lot of HEs being thrown away. Max is going to be sent on a mission, but this mission is anything but success. Actually, they go for the A-pop. They fake that they're going for the vent drop. And Copenhagen Flames, they bought it completely. Hooksy finally finds one in return, but this is a complete disaster for the Flames.
Oh, that was a bird from Sky pistol if I've ever seen one, and it looks like it might just work out. Wolfie, he's going to catch Hooksy now, unaware that he is outside. No idea whatsoever. No kit on the side of Copenhagen Flames. Zyphun drops down, can't hit the shot. Daffy with the P250, tapping, finds a double. And Ecstatic, they are going to take that T pistol. Daffy shaking his screen a little bit as well. He knows that that is a fantastic result for them. Copenhagen Flames, they're going to have to go for this reinvestment. They're going to have to go for the force buy here, it would seem. But man, they're in trouble, Ted. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm still kind of taken a little bit aback by that. Look at that, though. Not even any Mac 10s. No SMGs whatsoever. Ecstatic, they're just going to go for 5 Galils.
Okay, this is a must-win for Copenhagen Flames. You lose this one, you're pretty much in the bin. You're going to be down 5-13. But speaking about a pistol, man, what a way to fake that you're going for a B-split, right? The grenades towards outside, the smoke, the lurk smoke for Manx to kind of try and pretend that he's going to go down the vent, and then you explode out of HUD. That was a really smart one. And now, Copenhagen Flames, they need to be working with the little that they've got, but they are right now. This aggression towards lobby is actually really lovely. It has given them a lot of information, and Hooksy, That's gonna allow his teammates to rotate down, but take a look at that. Ecstatic, this might be just another fake.
Kodos trying his luck, but not going to be too lucky in the lottery of shots that he is spamming towards outside. Siphon,
what a nerdy angle.
Yeah, but it only is good for one. Dafu will find a double, and the bomb can be recovered now by the T's. Huxley, he has cleared out all of lobby, and he is going to be making his way slowly back towards the ramp. We'll see if he's just going to walk. Ecstatic, they're just going to be waiting here for the moment. They have a little bit of time to work with. Wolfie is actually going to find that kill. So it's not really working out for Copenhagen Flames, this investment whatsoever. But it really depends where Ecstatic want to go. And slowly but surely, they are running out of time. So they might just walk right into Roy's bomb site. And if he plays it right, if he manages to find the kills, this could be a little bit of an issue. Still delaying, still waiting. 14 seconds, they need to go. Fasters down. Wolfie, the bomb needs to be dropped out of heaven, and it will do so. They need to get the plant down. Yabi up the vent. Dafu's going to be holding for it. Yabi tagged down low. Should go down here, and he will do so indeed. Dafu with 3. I was a little bit nervous there, Ted. I'm going to be honest with you. When they were running out of time, if that bomb gets dropped up towards heaven and it just stays up there, that's the round done and dusted.
Yeah, the problem here was that Roy had just a CZ to work with, and a CZ, not the perfect weapon for this scenario. It's not like we haven't seen some crazy plays from it, but in the end of the day, I love that from Ecstatic, because you kind of realize that when you don't have any presence towards inside, probably, potentially, Copenhagen Flames will be getting that info. So you're like, yeah, if we go down secret and we commit to the B play, we're kind of giving them the round for free, because they will have a bit of a stack going on there. Then you slow down, you make Copenhagen Flames think, okay, we actually don't have anything towards outside. They can be going for the yard wrap. They can be going towards hell, towards secret, pretty much everywhere. So yeah, we have a couple things to be thinking about. And now you're going to be downgraded to the eco. So Ecstatic, that's a lovely start to this T side. So far, it has been looking like a team effort as well. This is a really, really good game. My question is, are they going to be able to get the first buy? If they get the first buy, considering how things are going, how the momentum is going, because we know that Bird from Sky is a really momentum-based IGO, and his teams have always been momentum-based, I feel like we might be seeing a bit of a surprise. But every single time I'm speaking negatively of Copenhagen Flames, Zyphon just comes in and tells me to shut up. So I'm just gonna be listening to him now.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of talking with his Deagle in this round. Needs to do just a little bit more if his team want to stand a chance, but I don't think they will, as Ecstatic, so far, they've only lost 1 player, and they'll be hoping not to lose too many more. But yeah, that's what it's going to come down to. I mean, it's going to come down to this first buy round, and if Copenhagen Flames can actually convert it, because if they lose it, Ted, to be honest, I'm going to be a glass half empty kind of guy. I think that's the map if they do lose. It's really all riding on it, as we will see the finishing touches now put on this round by Ecstatic. 13-5. This is not a scoreline I was expecting, I'll be real with you, Ted.
I don't think that anyone expected this to be Nuke. And,
not on Nuke, no.
Yeah, especially when you look at Nikodos. Like, now he's going to be on the CT side with the AWP. This is what I'm looking forward to, actually, because Nikodos, he's been one of the really, really successful players throughout this entire year for Copenhagen Flames. One of the players, of course, alongside Roy, who's been an absolute beast in the past couple of months. One of the players to make actually a lot of serious statements throughout the major as well. He is famous with his white peak. With his white peaks, like his aggressive white peaks on the AWP. I really hope that we're going to see that here, because they need something. And that AWP, the presence of a Nope, especially on a map like Nuke, could be everything. This is your rotation player. This is the man that has to be everywhere in the same time.
Good opening pick found by Roy. Mike's not going to have any success trying to get out of the squeaky door. Bird from Sky spotted in Hut, and Ecstatic, they're trying to maybe commit to this little bit of an A-pop, but they're just going to be waiting. Dafu has actually made his way out towards the vent, but Yabi deals with him very nicely, and Copenhagen Flames, they have control on this round now, as Ecstatic are down to 3, and they're going to have to explore some other options. They're going to have to make their way back and maybe test out the ramp defense. Zyphon here alone, playing a little bit of an off angle, and oh well, Wolfie doesn't see him. Fasher gets the refrag, but I don't think refrags are going to be enough in this scenario. You need to take fights and you need to be winning them. Bird from Sky, Catches a nice timing, but he's not going to be looking the right way whatsoever. Huxley takes him down, and it's Fasher now going forward alone, looking for the player on the site. No idea. A good reposition there from Huxley, and a good round for Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, right. That was pretty much Ecstatic trying to switch things up. They're like, yeah, we can afford to go for a bit of a crazier round. But you know what's crazy as well? That offer from Pinnacle. Malta 21 is the code. 100% deposit bonus up to €100, guys. The link is, or rather the banner with the link is below the stream. Make sure to go and check that one out. But that was, I believe that was just Ecstatic being like, yeah, okay, we're going to try and upset them. We're going to try and go for a really fast round. Now we've seen that it's not going to work out. Now we've seen that it's not going to be easy to close it out. It's time to look at the strat book and see what we can do about it. Not a lot against that.
Yeah, no, you can't really do much about that when you're getting spammed through the smoke from Roy. I'm afraid that is just something that cannot be avoided. A little bit of good fortune from Roy. It will give Copenhagen Flames the advantage. Siphon, is he going to be ready? Oh, a lot of damage done. But he will find the kill needed to as well, because that could have thrown this round really up in the air. Bird from Sky, he's going to be going on a little bit of a lurk around, and he's actually going to get into heaven now. He's not going to be spotted. This could be a disaster here for Copenhagen Flames, because Bird from Sky, he could find 2 kills for absolutely free. There's the first. Now, where is the second? He is on the site. Flash goes out. Here comes the hub player. Manx, he's clearing out all the angles. Hasn't spotted Yabby on the site. Oh, Yabby misses. Manx takes him down, and all of a sudden, Ecstatic have a chance in the round.
Oh, never mind. Dakotas with a wallbang, Roy with another, and now it's Max in a 1 versus 3. But Typhoon not gonna allow him to go for the vent drop. That was such a chaotic round. Ecstatic, you're gonna be feeling so lucky that you even managed to get it that close. That was such a massive whiff there on the A bomb side. But in the end of the day, Copenhagen Flames, they pick it up. No bomb plan for the T's is gonna mean that finally the CTs are gonna be able to catch a breather. But what a round that was. I mean, you know, it's really important that Copenhagen managed to deny Ecstatic from getting those entries. All the early and quick fights that they go for, they're just going back to haunt them back into their faces. But Bird from Sky, he's really good at realizing how to open up space around the map. And normally you would see him going for those crazy runs that Fasher was on in this previous rounds. Normally it would be Bird from Sky. And that's the reason that he's so good as an entry. He's so good as an IGO, because he opens up a lot of space for his teammates. In this scenario, it was Fasher to open up the space for Bird from Sky. So that was actually the idea of the round. Like the 2 players that you sent towards outside, being, of course, if I'm not mistaken, Dafu was the other one that got taken through the smoke. Their task is to just go ham, just go maximum damage, try and see what you can find. The round winner is Bird from Sky in that scenario, and it almost works out. But whoa, hey, almost is not what you need.
Oh, nearly never won the race, so it's not going to be a round for Ecstatic, and I don't think this one is going to be any different either. Wolfie will find a kill, however, but it is a one and done. Yeah, I mean, the Glocks, probably the most that you're thinking about finding out of that round is maybe 1 or 2 kills. Ooh. So 1, I mean, it's all right. Looking a little bit better is that Hellcase giveaway, though. If you haven't participated in that, click the banner down below the stream and get involved. Special thanks to our partners at Hellcase. Some very, very nice skins to be given away, and some very nice skins on show as well in this game.
Can they give away Roy's AK?
Yeah, man.
Like the golden one with the ghost stickers. That was insane. Oh, speaking about insanity.
Oh, man. That is ridiculous from Bird from Sky. He's going to get caught out there by Roy. And Fasher even gets tagged down low as well. The silenced M4 doing a lot of damage in this round. But Ecstatic, they're going to make their way down secret. They've lost another man, however. That's the lobby player. That's Manx out. Nikoto's already down on B. Lovely shot. And Copenhagen Flames, they're hitting a little bit of form now. They're feeling good. You can see it in the way that they're playing. You can see the confidence in them. It is beginning to grow. Dafu going to try and neutralize some of that confidence as he picks up 1 kill. Bomb's going to be planted here for Ecstatic. They're going to get it into a 2v4 situation. Nicolas is going to be holding. Miss shot. Dafu, he can't find it. He's going to go aggressive. Spots out Roy. The swing comes in. Wolfie will fall as well. Copenhagen Flames, they get a 9th round. Really, without too many issues whatsoever. Ecstatic, the bomb plant is going to help their money situation just a little bit. So they will still have a decision to make if they want to go for a little bit of a force or if they want to go for a save. But Copenhagen Flames, they're nearly at double figures.
Yeah, and that was the bird from sky we were speaking about. Him going for those crazy plays, trying to open up some space for his teammates to work with. But this is as well Copenhagen Flames understanding really well what their opponents are going for. And the problem with this risky play is that if you go down, it's kind of obvious what you're trying to... what your end goal is, what you're trying to do. Max there falling in a really silly way, I would say as well, just getting killed from behind while you're spraying through the smoke. When you're all alone in lobby, you should be never doing that when you're in that position. But yeah, I guess Ecstatic, they're trying to throw a bit of a spanner into the works of Copenhagen Flames. So far though, the CTs, they've been extremely aware.
Roy has been a nuisance as well, spamming through these smokes, man. He has been so annoying to the Ecstatic side. They're going to make their way down secret. Nicolas is going to be here, and his op skills are going to be tested in just a matter of moments. There goes the flash. He's going to be completely blind. He has to tuck his head out of the way. He's going to peek up now and gets Wolfie. Bird from Sky goes for the refrag, but the molly is just going to delay him. As the scope goes in again, Bird from Sky. Nicolas is actually going to miss. Siphon will find a kill elsewhere. As Ecstatic, they're kind of struggling here to get the Opper out of this position. Now, Xiphon has fallen, the rotates have come down. Ecstatic, they don't want to commit just yet. Hooksy caught out on A, and now Ecstatic, they might just come up the vent, but Yabi's already here. Well, he's going to go down. Dafu will find him, and now Copenhagen Flames, they're left scrambling to try and get up to A. Ecstatic might have just caught the Flames off guard. Are they going to extinguish them in this round?
How does Roy even go out the vent there? Like, I mean, okay, he can obviously do it. He doesn't know it, though. It's so scary to go for that play in Copenhagen Flames. It felt like Roy and Nikodos did do enough, and Dafu is going to take down Roy. This is the save. This seals it. Ecstatic, they're going to be up to 14. And that was such a lovely mid-round call there from Bird from Sky. That is just Ecstatic realizing that they shouldn't be betting everything on one play. They're not giving it their all for the B-bomb side. No, they're thinking about it. They're thinking of a potential round, and if this is a round that has been cartographed before the start of it, if that was the idea, just fake that you're going down B and then go up the vent, if that was the initial idea, which I think it was, because why would you have two players already waiting and going for that A-side wrap to take those two initial kills? This is genius from Bird from Sky. I love that call. I love this on the screen right now as well.
Yeah, I mean, that on the fly call there from Bird from Sky, because they looked panicked, didn't they? They looked like they didn't really want to commit to that fight, and can you blame them? I mean, Nicolas, he found that kill. He was a difficult man to get rid of, but it's a lovely reaction from Manx just to walk out and then find that kill onto Hooksy. It really just opens up the round completely. Now, we are going to see Copenhagen Flames try a little bit of aggression, and it's going to work out in the early instances because Wolfie's going to fall. As now, Bird from Sky looks for the refrag, but I'm afraid the perfect crime has been committed because Nikodos has gotten out of there unscathed, and Roy, he is going to be just putting a little bit more pressure on those outside positions, on that maybe little bit of a secret play that Ecstatic might be going for. So they are going to have to book up their ideas once again, Ecstatic, and we'll see if Bird from Sky's mid-round calling is going to be exactly the same in this round.
The contact play towards ramp, surely not the ideal thing in the scenario, considering Nikodos is already here. And you know Nikodos, he's been really mobile on the CT side. Pretty much what we wanted him to do. Just make sure that you're moving around the map non-stop. Make sure that they're never aware of which position you're going to be holding, where you're going to be. We saw him aggressive towards outside. We saw him aggressive towards secret, towards yard. We saw him holding a pretty passive angle towards yard as well, playing that deep angle into CT spawn. So he's been around the place.
Oh, Yabi locking down the vents, finds a double, drops the bomb, backs away, might find Fasher, but no, nothing gained there as Dafu. He's going to be isolated from Fasher here, who's going to swing out. There's the bomb drop. Dafu finds a kill, but it's not really worth too much. Huxley even has the vent drop as well. It's not going to get a result for Ecstatic in that round, as we now see Copenhagen Flames get to within 4 of their Danish comrades, and we'll see Ecstatic call a little bit of a timeout. Their money in a weird scenario once again. Oh man, it's heating up. Copenhagen Flames, I mean, yes, they lost the round prior to this one, but they've looked good. Once they've had the rifles out, they've only lost 1 round. And I mean, the comeback, it's there. You can feel it a little bit, can't you?
Yeah, you know, I feel like Ecstatic aren't surprised at all. I feel like we aren't surprised at all, because for them, getting things done before Copenhagen Flames actually get their buy rounds on the CT side was the main goal. I feel like the idea behind this entire map for Ecstatic, the only scenario where they win it, because I think it's far from anyone's mind that actually Ecstatic's nuke is way better than Copenhagen Flames' nuke. I think the chance is, okay, you get a really good T side, check. You get 13-5, check. And then you start winning rounds on the back of some weird shenanigans and some really unorthodox calls. But when you're so close, and on the back of individual brilliance as well, but when you're so close to actually getting the W, it works out a lot better, because now you don't need like 5-6 rounds. You don't need a new working system, right? It could be just a fluke. You just need a fluke. You need 1 or 2 rounds to break the seal just for a second there. You need 1 or 2 rounds to kind of drag you closer. And if that works out, you're going to be up to 16. But in the meantime, you know that Copenhagen Flames are going to be doing a lot better on their CT side.
Fasher, he's already fallen. Bird from Sky going to be spammed down through the door. Yabi will take him down. So this little bit of a weird situation for Ecstatic's money, with a little bit of the investment with Manx's AK, hasn't worked out in the early instances, as Manx is going to go and try and open up this bomb site if he can, but it's going to be very difficult to do so. The door's going to swing open, he's going to go down, Yabi's going to peek, and oh, well, he will lose his life. The AK is going to be recovered. Huxley should be able to have this without any real trouble, and actually he doesn't even have to do anything, his teammates have him covered. So it is 11 on the board now for Copenhagen Flames. We are going to see what way Ecstatic are going to shape up with that buy. Wolfie has enough for an AWP. I think it's necessary, and yeah, he is going to bring it out. I think they need to get Wolfie in a position that he can really open up the round. You know, they really need to get him to have a little bit of impact. He hasn't done, like, he hasn't had too much of an impact on the entry for Ecstatic, which is what I think they really need on their T side to kind of just pry open a round like this. But look how aggressive Manx is getting. He's already swinging out, looks to find the first kill, won't be able to do so, and all of a sudden Copenhagen Flames, they just mow them all down. Fasher gets a refrag, but it's not going to be worth too much whatsoever. Tries to make his way through main, he's going to go down. Round over. Copenhagen Flames, they are looking very strong now.
This is absolute disaster there. If Manx manages to get a kill, this is gonna just throw a spanner into the works of the side of Copenhagen Flames. They're gonna start getting nervous what's going on. How is he on A side already? But this is a really good call from Copenhagen Flames. I love that. You realize what's happening. You realize what kind of a mastermind you're playing against. You know Bird from Sky loves especially these kinds of calls. And you're like, you know what? We're gonna fight fire with fire. We're gonna send it through. We're gonna push. We're gonna clear out lobby. And well, it works out perfectly. Every single fight goes in their favor, even though it feels like it's such a big prospect there for Ecstatic to pick up the round. It feels like they finally found something to counter them with. Well, it doesn't work out, and now the distance is starting to feel like it's nothing. Copenhagen Flames, I would say they're in the far better position right now. The driver's seat. I'm not even sure if Ecstatic are still in the car.
Check the passenger seat there. Check the back.
No, in the boot? I think they're just running behind it right now.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to try and catch up with this bus, so they might just miss it. As now, Bird from Sky.
Okay,
he's got to get across. Now, he is alone, however. So now that other smoke is gonna go down. His teammates are gonna be joining them, as Roy Smoke is going to be just delaying for a small little bit. He can open double as well. Oh, this nade Oh, doesn't actually do as much as I thought. I thought it would do a lot better, a lot more.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but that's beautiful from Roy. Mows them down, spots out the fourth player as well. Goes back for more. He's gonna get it. 27 kills for him. He has been spectacular here, especially since we've swapped over sides. Manx is gonna swing out the door, and well, Huxley will make sure he is no more. 14-13 now. We're within touching distance now. This is getting very, very close indeed. 9 out of the last 10 rounds going in favour of the Flames. Can they get a 5th round in a row? We'll see that rebuy coming in now from Ecstatic. Wolfie, he's brought out that AWP. Didn't get a chance really to have the impact with it. You know, didn't get the opportunity the last time he had it. Maybe this round is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to be a little bit different for Ecstatic because things are not looking great. And you know, Roy, on these rotations, he's been a really big problem. Nikodos, he finished off the first half with, what, 5-6 kills? Now he's on 16. The AWP and the AK, of course, in the M4, when he has an AK in the hands of Roy, they've been doing most of the heavy lifting for Copenhagen Flames. And it's not only in terms of numbers, because everyone's pulling their weight in numbers and in kills, but with rotations, with just their movement around the map, they've been doing so much to make it easier. The AWP of Nikodos every single time catches someone off guard. This time around, though, Wolfie manages to counter it. And we spoke about it. Wolfie, he had to step up. He had to win that 1 versus 1 fight and neutralize Nikodos. And he's done so.
I mean, when was the last time we seen Ecstatic have a man advantage? And
in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. But not get instantly refragged as well.
Yeah.
Now, they have a good opportunity here. 50 seconds. They can work with this man advantage, but it's all about what they do. And now, Wolfie still scoping towards outside. He is being heard. Yabi in a really aggressive position. Here comes the main swing, and Wolfie's ready. Good flick, looking for more. Wolfie, he's on a tear right now.
Wow.
And he is going a little bit solo dolo. He'll find 3 kills. Siphon drops Fasher as he walks out of glass. But what situation? What situation has he gotten himself into? A 1v5? This would be one of the greatest rounds that we've ever seen, if he even thinks about it. But
greatest round of his career, without a doubt. But he's not even going to try it.
The money isn't terrible, though, so you might want to maybe just try and do a little bit of damage. He's faking it out that he is going up towards heaven, but looking for anything that Ecstatic are going to give him, and it's not going to be anything whatsoever. They're just going to both sit on the site. He might find 2 kills here, but executed in the back. 15-13, Ecstatic on map point, on Copenhagen Flames map pick. Took them a while to get there, but it was Wolfie to really get them to this position.
Yeah, right. Wolfie normally is a really good first pick to refrag position opener. Like, he goes for the initial kill, then he falls back and plays the refrag and gets left in the clutch. He's actually the biggest clutcher for the side of Ecstatic, or the best clutcher. But in this round, we just saw what we spoke about would be the winning scenario for Ecstatic if they were to win Nuke. Individual plays. That's it. Wolfie gets the fight onto Nikodos, gets a really good timing to go for the peak as well. Gets 2 more kills. He's just really patient there towards the R, just waiting for the Flames to peek for information. Gets the peaks again. And that makes the round work for Ecstatic. They're just relying on these little individual plays, these little just things that might catch Copenhagen Flames off guard to close out the map. And now they're just 2 rounds away from OT Copenhagen Flames, but Ecstatic, these 2 are going to be their chances to close it out in regulation, but at least they've secured OT.
Copenhagen Flames, however, they are not so fortunate just yet. Roy has found the opening kill. Fasher just going to be caught in the back. Look at this aggression. 3 players pushing towards Hut. A mid-round lobby crunch here is going to work out. Dafu will find the first kill. Looking for the second. Roy has no idea and nearly gets a third. That was maybe a little bit of miscommunication because the AK was shooting from back lobby. They didn't realise Dafu was just up above and he was able to find a second. Now we find ourselves into a 3 versus 3. 40 seconds. Yabi down on B one more time. He's close to single. He has had some success from this position in the past. Burpin Sky is going to peek out, gets stinked up, gets taken down. Wolfie trying to bait out shots, trying to go for the swing. Manx is low HP. Wolfie gets stinked up as well. Yabi, he's delaying so much. Siphon above the site. Manx has absolutely no idea. He's going to be taken down. Surely it's a Copenhagen Flames round as Wolfie, he scampers away. He licks his wounds as he's going to have to keep that up for the next and possibly the final round of the game. But OT Ted looking more and more likely. Yabi won't even give him the op.
Yeah, that round is just on Yabi. And the 3 versus 3, that was such a sick play from Copenhagen Flames to go for that lobby aggression. You can see that Ecstatic were ready for it. And a 2 for 2 is going to be really good for them. They even managed to cross over to our secret without getting spotted. But then Yabi gets 1 kill, does the damage onto the second, and then he just needs to stay alive. Of course, in the end, he takes down the AWP. And Wolfie now, he's going to be going for a glass cannon. Speaking about an aggressive approach to the economy and to the buy. Well, last round of the half, potentially last of the game if Ecstatic managed to convert, but Copenhagen Flames, they're looking caught on their heels. This is the last chance of Ecstatic to close it out in regulation, and if they don't manage to do so, let me tell you what, that's gonna be a big mental problem.
Oh, look at that damage from Fasher though already in this round. Nikodos tagged down to half HP, is not gonna fall just yet, but Fasher, he's all the way down here on B, and he's going to be making his way slowly up towards glass. Now, what is he going to do here down on this B site? That is really the question. Nobody has kind of gone down to rotate to try and deal with him. Hooks, he's getting aggressive towards door. He's going to be smoked out, and he's not ready for Dafu. Advantage Ecstatic. Nikodos, the double up here. Well, sorry, the double ramp setup, excuse me. Nikodos is here with Roy, so they're expecting this ramp play, and it looks like it might just come in a few seconds.
Yeah, Fasher is already down as well, so he's going to be controlling the rotations. If they manage to deal with Nikodos, he's got the round in his hands, and he's won the fight against Wolfie. Now Nikodos, Roy can activate, but Nikodos, he's found a second. This is perfect. Copenhagen Flames, they want to play OT. Fasher, you're too late for the party, buddy, but actually, Bird from Sky has found a kill, and now Fasher 1 versus 3, but Nikodos with the 3k is gonna cement his revival in the second half of Nuke. We're going to OT.
Oh, what a setup there. That double ramp was just a lovely little bait from Nikodos into Roy. He was able to combine both of them, just doing their job excellently and shutting down that round completely. Now, OT is on the cards, 16k of course, so we'll see the ops. There's going to be no shortage of cash whatsoever. Just have a look at this. I mean, Wolfie, he was expecting it there as well. I mean, he was peeking right onto the angle. It was just Nikodos saw him first, was just a little bit quicker on the trigger. Now, you have to kind of get that out of your head if you're Ecstatic. You know, you had plenty of opportunities to close it out in regulation. You're just going to have to do it in OT. You'll have a lot of money to do so, but you're going to be up against a really good buy on the CP side. Look at that damage again. Who else but Roy? An absolute smoke criminal towards outside so far on Nuke.
Someone check his PC. What was that tweet? That golden tweet from Flusha. He's a really someone like you say a name, for example, Roy is a really good player, but that's not normal. I think he's cheating. Someone check him PC and stuff like that. Yeah, all those golden words. But yeah, Ecstatic, I feel like they're not going to be too disappointed with the result, because I think that going into OT was still just a little bit of a silver lining. And now if they get 1 round on the T side, they're going to be more than happy. Copenhagen Flames, though, this defense has been looking really solid, but take a look at that from Dafu. Oh, you sneaky little biscuit. Roy, are you going to be ready for 2 players on the other side of this wall?
I mean, Roy's in a good position anyway, so I don't know if he's going to be tested in the early instances. He'll get the drop on them. Of course, the sound queue is going to be there, and I don't know if they're going to be ready for Roy's position right out of double. And Ecstatic, they're running out of time. They need to go 20 seconds. And here comes a second player rotating down. Here's Zyphon, and actually shoots at his teammate here. Roy peeks out, finds the first, looking for a second. Needs to control his spray, won't be able to do so. Ecstatic, they need to get the bomb down. Oh, but the swing from double. Yabi's found the kill. They've dropped the bomb. This is surely over for Ecstatic. There's no time, and Wolfie knows it. So does Manx as well. They're going to try and get out of there. Wolfie going to go up the vent. He's going to go right close to Nikodos. What a reaction. What a shot there. Oh, wow. Beautiful from him. But Copenhagen Flames, they shut that down completely. Ecstatic, they just run out of time.
Yeah, right. They do, and they just forget about the rotations. No one locks in the rotates. That was the really big part of this round for these, that they had control over events, and that the rotations would be extremely slow for Copenhagen Flames, but they just let him drop anyway. They had so many players around them, no one was watching for it. And well, after this round, things are going to start looking just a little bit shaky for the T side. And well, Roy, he's looking to make it even more shaky with this aggression towards outside.
Oh, and there's the double. There's the bomb drop, Roy. He gets his team in a fantastic position now because Ecstatic, they have to go and try and recover that bomb. Wolfie is going to spot him out, misses the shot. Roy is going to stay, and he's going to still try and take that fight. Wolfie tries to take him down, misses another, needs to get the reload off. Nikodos is going to help him out as Wolfie is going to fall. Manx out on the A site. He's on a little bit of a flank around Hooks. He can't react in time, and now it's in a 2 versus 3. This is not as good for Copenhagen Flames as one stop, but Yabi will make sure that it gets into a better position. He'll find that kill, and Nikodos gets the next. 17-15 Copenhagen Flames. They have a 2-round lead. They're looking good side, and this is looking a lot more like their map pick after, you know, a pretty disappointing first half, after bringing it back, forcing that overtime. We thought it was going to be Ecstatic's map. Now they could possibly have a clean CT side, and then they'd only be after 1 on the T side.
Yeah, right. And when you see that, obviously we spoke about Roy, who's been the constant for the side of Copenhagen Flames. Nikodos, he did wake up since the switch, so since the moment they've been on the CT side, he's been a constant threat for the T side. Now Yabi and Zyphon are starting to get hot as well, and this is a big problem for Ecstatic. They absolutely need 1 round on this T side. Well, I'm really interested to see what the idea is going to be, and by the looks of it, Ramp is going to get tested once again, but this time around Zyphon, he's actually all alone here. Oh, I say that though. Look at who's arrived.
Nikodos is here, but he's not going to stay for very long as Dafu takes him out of the round. Bird from Sky just playing around this smoke. Hooksy won't see him. Wolfie actually finds a kill with a Glock. Zyphon is down and out. Hooksy drops down the vent. Now Bird from Sky has heard it. He might actually try and follow him down and catch him off guard. Right, he's caught Fasher in the back, and Bird from Sky, he's going to walk out onto that A site, not ready for Yabi's position, who has found a kill. Advantage Copenhagen Flames. Ecstatic, they looked like they were causing the Flames a few problems there, but all of a sudden the Flames are just going to get control of the round once again. Hooksy, the only man down towards B, is Dafu and Wolfie. They take their time. They're going to be cautious. They're going to try and clear out every position. But Hooksy, he's going on the aggression. Nice shot from Wolfie. Gets us into a 2 versus 2. The bomb plant might just come in as Roy rotates down the vent. He's on 33 kills. He's looking to add more and more to that tally. The bomb plant might just come in. Those flames might just extinguish, so the swing might just come in. Not yet. He will plant it and get away safely. But it is going to be really on Yabi. Yabi, if he finds this kill here from Ramp, Dafu defending now as well. Spots him out. Beautiful shot. Lovely headshots found. Ecstatic, they might have just done enough in the round unless Roy can pull off the heroic swings out. He'll find Dafu looking for the upper, dinks him, but won't find the kill. Wolfie holds his nerve. He pulls the trigger and gets Ecstatic a T round.
And that's Wolfie again. The last T round that they managed to win in regulation, it was again Wolfie. It's again Wolfie with a 3k on the AWP, and this is exactly what you want from your Oper. You want him to be stepping up in rounds like that. Ecstatic now, you've won 1 round on this T side. Now we can start speaking about it again, right? Because for the biggest part of this game, or the biggest part of it since the switch, it felt like that was Copenhagen Flames just being the dominant force. Right now we can again see that domination from Ecstatic. We can see them playing on their more comfortable CT side, and Copenhagen Flames, they know it. They need this 1 round. You need to put Ecstatic to sleep. You need to put them in a knockdown position if you want to be able to knock them out.
Well, they're going to be on the CT side now, so they had more success here, and well, that's beautiful from Manx. Opens things up in this round. Zyphon, he's going to be caught out, and now it is Copenhagen Flames on the back foot. Ecstatic, they have a really good opportunity to tie it up. You don't want to let Copenhagen Flames get onto map point. You don't want to be playing perfect Counter-Strike. You don't want to be, have to play perfect Counter-Strike. Of course you want to be playing perfect Counter-Strike. It'd make it a lot easier, but right now,
why wouldn't they just play perfectly?
Yeah, I mean, why don't you?
Why do you make mistakes?
These guys are pros. Why are they making mistakes in game? I don't understand. Why isn't it perfect every single time? I'd actually love to see, perfect Counter-Strike be played in one game, just ever. Imagine what that would look like. It'd be absolute chaos. You wouldn't be able to peek anyone. You just wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Wolfie is going to be able to pick up A couple kills here. Roy is on a bit of a backstab. Wolfie, he was thinking about it, but he's gonna get caught off guard. In the meantime, though, Fasher finds a kill elsewhere. Still a man advantage for the CT side, but the B-bomb side has been completely compromised, and they need to go for the rotate.
Oh, but look at this smoke. This makes it so
bomb.
difficult. They have
That's
to
the
go
bomb.
through it. Oh, Nikodos. Okay. He's found the headshot. Bird from Sky is still down here. He can deny the plant. Nikodos with the next.
no.
Takes care of the plant. Finds the second as well. Bird from Sky might have just done enough. Nikodos now with the deagle in hand will find that kill. There's no time for the plant
Still
though.
alive.
And all Dafu needs to do is survive, as Ecstatic will stop Copenhagen Flames from picking up that map point, or rather getting onto that map point. 17 to 17, Ted. We're level again. Man, this is getting chaotic.
Radioactive materials. You know what that is? Dafu in this round. He was even shooting through the through the floor there to make Nikodos realize, hey buddy, I'm on the A-bomb side. Have fun with that. The round has been won. So a little bit of BM there, but that was such a good round from Ecstatic. I mean, the aggression. Then when it had to be done from Fasher to pick up that second kill, and then the double rotation. This is once again Bird from Sky just throwing a spanner into the works, being the typical Bird from Sky. Manx, of course. I don't know how to comment that. Like, no comment on that. Surely when you're Nikodos and you hit a shot like that, you're like, yeah, the round is over. He's feeling it. He's feeling that he can hit everything. But in the end of the day, it's really devastating that they even end up losing that because of the double kill from Bird from Sky. He absolutely dismantles and manages to kind of disrespect the fact that Nikodos gets such a kill. And well, now it's 17-17, Jack. Now it's a totally different game once again. We've seen that. We were wondering, is this going to be just a fluke from Ecstatic? This first really strong half on Nuke, the CT side that did won them 10 rounds, or is going to be a working system? Well, apparently it is a working system on the CT side.
Double up here as well, and I don't know if it's the round to go for, because it looks like there's going to be a little bit of an A-pop here. Yabi's going to make his way out. Davu is going to be completely blind. Fasher can only get one before he's taken down. Manx will burn Zyphon to a crisp and at least keep it level, as now 2 ops on the retake. Bird from Sky panicking towards the fence, and Hooksy's going to take him down through the smoke. A little bit of order been restored on the A site. It's calmed down just a little bit after a chaotic start. Manx does a lot of damage, but he's unable to find a kill. That molly's going to burn Hooksy surely. Oh, the smoke just extinguishes it in the nick of time. Wolfie making his way slowly out. USP not going to check the close vent angle, and well, Roy finds the headshot. It's map point for Copenhagen Flames, and I mean, it was a nice little call there from Bird from Sky to go for that double up. You know, he thought maybe, just maybe, they might go for something aggressive towards ramp or towards outside, but Copenhagen Flames with the best call possible, just neutralizing both of them. Let's go for an A-pop, let's catch them off guard, and they win the round.
Yeah, this is a round that normally you would expect from Ecstatic, right? This T-side round, it spells Bird from Sky all over it, but Copenhagen Flames, they're really close now. 1 round away from closing out the first map. Roy, 37 kills. What more can he do? Well, a couple picks in this one would seal the deal. Ecstatic, this is their last chance to force a double overtime. In Copenhagen Flames, this is their first shot closing out the game right here, right now, but they will have to deal with Wolfie first.
Wolfie, just doesn't want to burn to a crisp, gets away. Luckily, Fasher's there, so the double down secret has worked out for Ecstatic. And now Copenhagen Flames, they might just try to explore some other options, because they do not want to walk into that little bit of a stack. Bird from Sky is going to be spotted, and Nikodos gets a refrag, as now we move into a 4v4. A minute left on the clock, so there is a lot of time to work with. Copenhagen Flames, they are going to continue just to walk down towards that lower bomb site, where Ecstatic have nobody trying to contest them whatsoever. They're going to swing out double. They're going to realise it. The double push lobby now is going to be the reaction from Ecstatic. They need to try and find Yabi, because he's going to be locking off the rotations if they go down vent. Dafu walks out towards outside, and Nikodos is going to fall. Now, here is going to come the retake. They're waiting for the secret player to get into position. Zyphon and Roy, they try and hold on. Manx will find the first kill. Roy with a double, looking for another, but he won't get it, as now it's Yabi alone here from single spots out. Dafu finds the headshot, gets it into a 1v1. It's all on him. The squeaky door is not open. He's going to peek it. He's going to swing out. Wolfie off the bomb, needs to find the kill. Yabi with the headshot. Copenhagen Flames, they bring it back. What a comeback from the Flames, as they take their map pick, and what style they do it in.
And you can see the reactions. They know how hard of a game that was. Ecstatic doing their best, trying to upset them in the end, but Yabi with the 1 versus 2. And you could almost tell that they're just a little bit devastated, but relieved. I feel like they're not happy with the way that this turned out. They were expecting this one to be a bit easier, as we were expecting it to be a bit easier as well. But in the end of the day, a win is a win. In Copenhagen Flames, they're going to be just one step closer to getting that trophy. But now, Jack, we have to be going to map number 2, and this is the map pick of Ecstatic. We're not gonna lie, Ecstatic, they lose the map, but they looked really, really powerful on it.
Yeah, I mean, they looked really good, you know, at the very beginning. I think they're going to be disappointed with the way that one went altogether, because, you know, they were in the driving seat for so long. Copenhagen Flames, though, when they went over onto that CT side, man, they looked very, very good indeed. It's shaping up nicely for Inferno, though, because, you know, notoriously Inferno, it's usually the decider, but it's going to be the second map here. But it is kind of an upset map as well, so, you know, it's not going to be all plain sailing here for Ecstatic. Copenhagen Flames, they could cause them a few difficulties whatsoever, but Ecstatic, you know, they're going to need to be on top of their game, or else it is going to be Copenhagen Flames crowned as the Malta Vibes champions. But in the meantime, we're going to go to a short little break. We'll be right back with map number 2. Before it starts, what are your thoughts on this map?
Okay, so there's a lot of question marks around it, right? Because they played it twice, these two teams between each other throughout 2021, and it's 1-1 right now. Copenhagen Flames did win the first one. Ecstatic, they won the last encounter, but it's about that they haven't played too much when playing against each other. And well, if we had to judge on it, Copenhagen Flames, the game that they did win in the beginning of the year, or in May, they won 16-10. Ecstatic, they won their last encounter in September in a 16-14 fashion. And well, I think in the end of the day, it will all come down to if this man, Roy, and his teammates are going to be able to continue with their monstrous performances. Himself dropping 39 kills on the first map, but now Ecstatic, they're going to be picking up the pace on the Pisto.
Flash high over the bomb site makes things difficult, blinds the T's as they make their way in, tapping away. 2 kills in favor for both sides as it's calmed down a little bit, but Huxley finds one through the smoke. Now Manx, he is going to be walking with the bomb, and if this goes down here, surely that's going to be the round. And yes, well, Wolfie alone in a 1 versus 3. Zyphon will make sure that nothing comes of it whatsoever. Copenhagen Flames, they start strong, and it's a nice little start as they take that CT pistol.
Hey, teammates as well. We love team effort. 1 kill for everyone. And Copenhagen Flames, they did a really good job. They not only got the kills, but they delayed them that much that Manx had to go for that information, because he's like, yeah, I can never go for a bomb plan in this scenario because there could be a player close to banana. I need to take that fight even if I don't want to go for it. Well, him being the bomb carrier doesn't really make a difference in that scenario, because even if the bomb is on the bomb side and it gets dropped, it's never going to be an easy round. And well, now they need to go for the force buy, but Wolfie, hello, that's quick.
Oh, Huxley, you're in trouble here. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, manages to find one, does a lot of damage to a few more players as well. Nico does rotating in, an MP7. So, a little bit surprising he is using that, but he's making it work. I mean, he'll find 2, and Roy will actually steal the 3rd away from him. Fasher alone now in a 1 versus 3, but Zyphon will take him down as well. Looked a little bit panicky there for Copenhagen Flames, you know, especially with Yabi going down and Huxley taking so much damage, only getting 1, but they do enough. The retake is going to be good. Ecstatic getting that bomb plant will at least boost their economy somewhat, but I mean, is it really going to be able, are they really going to be able to afford a buy, or will they consider it? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're speaking about Bird from Sky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I make those kind of normal bits of predictions when Bird from Sky is on the other side of it, because this man, he makes his own rules. He literally writes his own rules of Counter-Strike. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a crazy cookie. That's why we love him. But what I'm loving so far is that Copenhagen Flames, they're actually not too shy to go for this aggression, and we mentioned that a lot of times on Nuke. Maybe sometimes the best way to actually counter that that really explosive playstyle that Ecstatic have on their CT and T sides, of course, more on their T sides, is to be explosive on your own. Like, try to be aggressive as well, try to catch them off guard. If they want to play fast tempo, play fast tempo, just play their game. And, you know, it is really tough when you're able to beat your opponents in their own game.
Yeah, especially when you don't let the other team play their own game as well. But Ecstatic, they're going to start this round off just a little bit differently. Manx will find the opening pick. And now Ecstatic, the other side set on this bomb site, it would seem, where it is only one man defending. It's Nikodos and his trusty MP7. Now, he had a little bit of success in the last round. This one might be just a little bit too difficult for him, as we see Ecstatic getting ready to maybe just go for a little bit of an apartments pop. The flash goes over, not going to be blind, finds the first. Looking for a second here, nobody to kind of draw some bullets, but Nikodos, he's drawing blood, he's found 2. Looking for Bird from the Sky, but he jumps around with the Mac 10, will take him down. Ecstatic finally take that site, but Nikodos has done wonders here for Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, that's so much effort there. The fact that he finds a double, if he doesn't find a double, that's a save. I feel like Copenhagen Flames, they did bet on it. Now they can think about it. Now they can actually play for the round. They have the defuse kits. No smokes and no flashes are going to make it a bit tough. And they need to deal with the player in mini pit. That would be Bird from Sky. Wolfie, he's been spotted. Bird from Sky trying to time his peak correctly. And Wolfie, he's dropped Huxley. This should be the save now. They're playing maximum damage. They're trying to go for something, but the time is running really low.
Oh, yeah, he's He's got to find the kills. He'll get on the bomb as well.
He actually
Surely.
has it.
He has enough time, does he? Surely has enough time for the defuse.
Wow.
Copenhagen Flames. What a round to pick up. You were saying go for the save. No, Ted, they're going to go for it all.
I wonder, did Bird from Sky go for another fight after getting the first pick? Well, that would have been a bit of a mistake, but Copenhagen Flames, they pick up a third. Of course, ladies and gents, if you want to pick up on a really good thing, make sure to head over to Pinnacle, use our code Malta21. You're gonna get 100% deposit bonus up to 100 euros, and that's something you don't want to be missing out on. Pretty much as this game. As Ecstatic, they're going for another buy because of the bomb plan, but Jack, that was a really, really risky play there. It was around that you're just supposed to win. Nothing goes right. You lose 2 players to an MP7, and then you lose a 3 versus 2 hold when there's like, what, 10, 11 seconds on the time. That's really devastating for the T side.
Yeah, and what would be even worse if this round goes astray as well, as Bird from Sky, he's going to be mollied back, trying to go for an aggressive peek. However, he won't have much success. That nade does a little bit of damage to both Bird from Sky and Fasher, but Copenhagen Flames, they're going to give up and relinquish top of banana control, and Ecstatic, they're just going to contact in and take it a little bit. Now, will they continue to push? Will they continue to walk? We see Huxley, he's playing for a little bit of information there. He's spotted out one player, smoke going to be deployed. It's going to delay Ecstatic even further, but they haven't really committed to any ideas just yet.
No, they haven't. They're just exploring their options, and we're seeing Copenhagen Flames actually being really, really defensive in this one. They're not moving at all. They've just allowed Ecstatic to get all the map control in the world. Yeah, they're trying to put some pressure onto Brackets just to make sure that Ecstatic don't get the vibe of just having the entire map for free. And Wolfie, he's looking for something. He's looking to throw a spanner into the works, and actually this has dragged the rotation, so the fake has been sealed in. Now Nikodos is going to start doubling back with the AWP, but Ecstatic, they've already made their way out.
Oh, but Nikodos, he has the wrap here, and there's the first kill. Bird from Sky is going to fall. They line up. Siphon even dinks the second player as well. Nikodos is going to continue to push. Manx will find the kill. Siphon with another. Siphon's on a tear from pit, and now Wolfie has to save. Copenhagen Flames, they just stopped that. You know, the fake Copenhagen Flames, they just read into it, didn't they? You mean, Nikodos, he dropped the smoke, realizing, all right, you know, Wolfie, he's showing a lot of presence here, isn't he?
Yeah, right. Like, Wolfie doing so much towards B does make it sound enough. Like, it feels enough. It feels like he's done enough. Throws a lot of grenades, goes for a fight, even does some damage, and then they kind of fake out the fact that they could be going for a split. But this fake and this initial rotation that dragged Nikodos out towards B actually makes it really, really tough, because when he picks the first, he's like, yeah, they're heading towards you. Siphon gets a kill and a dink. From that point on, it doesn't really matter how much damage you manage to do. The round has been lost already. Ecstatic, this is a bit of a problem. It kind of feels like Copenhagen Flames, they don't really want to be fighting with Ecstatic that much. At least in this round, they didn't want to. They were playing from the back, but they always had a right idea, and they were always posted really well, not to be surprised. Like, you're giving all the freedom in the world to the Ds, fair enough, but the important part is that you realize exactly what you're giving them. And when you know that, well, you're never going to be caught by surprise. And now, what we've seen here on Inferno is 4 unanswered rounds from Copenhagen Flames. Soon probably to be 5, considering this is just a half buy with a hero AK from Wolfie. Well, a saved AK.
Yeah, well, look at this, the flash beat coming in. Roy getting aggressive, and he will find Fasher. As Copenhagen Flames are going to fight for top banana. Ecstatic, they decide that they don't want too much to do with it. The mollies, the nades are just going to keep them at bay, and they are just going to be falling back a little bit. But here comes the re-aggression. Roy is left alone and can only get 1 kill. Manx will take him down. There's another AK to be wielded by the T side if they can get their hands on it. The smoke will definitely allow them to do that. And now Ecstatic, even though they are a man down, they have just a little bit more to work with and just a little bit more to offer maybe in this round. So it's not as straightforward as one might thought, but now it is. Huxley, a lovely double spray, even does so much damage to Dafu. He has recovered an AK. He has reloaded though, so they know exactly where he is. Nikodos hits the shot. It's 5 unanswered rounds on the board now, Ted. Ecstatic though, they have the economy. They have a buy. Look at the odds though, man. 1.16 for Copenhagen Flames, 5.21 for Ecstatic. Oh, Copenhagen Flames definitely in the driving seat in this final.
A bit of a slow starters are Vasher and Dafu in this one, right? They're 0-5. We were kind of wondering how are the individuals going to be able to continue with their performance, not only on the Copenhagen Flame side, but on Ecstatic side as well. It kind of feels like on Inferno, we started just a little bit better for Copenhagen Flames. I mean, Dafu, he was on the 34 bump, really close to Roy's 39 on Nuke. Right now, he's 0-6. We can say the same for Vasher. Both of them yet to find their first kill. And this is a big problem. Like, obviously, they're going to find him sooner or later. But the thing is that these rounds have been extremely dominant, and Yabi, he finds another opening, and this is a buy round again. Bird from Sky, he's just denied, doesn't get any information, doesn't create any space. He's just down.
Oh, look at this, Roy with a perfect peek, finds two. Actually, it's Zyphon with the second, looking for the third, and he will find that as well. Oh, it's all going wrong for Ecstatic so far on Inferno. Definitely not how you want to start your map pick, especially after already being a map down. Wolfie, I mean, is damage even good in this scenario? I don't even think so. It is looking disastrous indeed for the Ecstatic men. And I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if we do see attack from them in the next round or two. But to be fair, Ecstatic, they did go 6 rounds up on Nuke. And then Copenhagen Flames brought it back. So there is still a lot of hope for Ecstatic. You know, we don't want to write them off completely just yet. So it is definitely a possibility as Wolfie makes his way in. Oh, but Huxley, lovely shot, takes him down 6-0, Ted.
Oh, you're speaking about the score? All I'm seeing is some really nice skins though on the screen. Hellcase, make sure to go and check them out. They're hosting a lovely giveaway exclusively for the Knockout Stage 4. You can win a couple of really nice skins. Make sure to click the banner below. But yeah, as you predicted, tactical timeout Ecstatic. I feel like it was about time. And now you would love, like, that might sound just a little bit sassy for me, but now you would have loved to have a coach by your side, wouldn't you? Trace, rip. But yeah, Bird from Sky now needs to speak. Like, we're seeing that. Like, Bird from Sky is an extremely intelligent IGL. He's one that does his preparations really well, and he's one that knows how to dig his team out of situations like that. We've seen that a couple of times, right? It's not the first time it's going to happen, potentially. Bird from Sky, he is one that knows how to take things into his own hands when they're struggling, and then slowly but surely the others start waking up around him when they see him leading by example. This is exactly what he needs to do right now, because everyone is struggling right now on the side of Ecstatic. The calls, I'm not even sure if the calls are the problem, because they're just getting destroyed.
Yeah, they're just, when they're taking the aim fights, they're just not winning them. I mean, you know, there's not a lot you can do if you're not hitting your shots, if you're just getting headshot out of the server. I mean, yeah, like there isn't really much. You just need to hope for Copenhagen Flames maybe just to cool off a little bit and hope that you find some kind of form and maybe take some more favourable fights. As now we are going to see Ecstatic slowly creep their way in. It is going to be another little bit of an apartments pop, and Roy could be caught in no man's land here. He's going to get onto the site to jump out. He can't hit the shots. He's going to wait for a more favourable fight. They're going to try and clear pit, but he cannot connect. And all of a sudden, Ecstatic, they have control of Copenhagen Flames. They are smoked out for the minute, so they will be just delayed. But look, the amount of smokes on the side of Ecstatic as well. They can just keep smoking, and keep them off. The boost there doesn't work out. Yabi goes down. This is looking like it is an absolute disaster for the Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, and Dafu gets another one through a smoke as well, gets a double in total. Zyphon, though, with the HE is going to return one, and Huxi on that late flank. Surely Bird from Sky is not going to be ready for it. I think he spotted the player towards Graveyard as well. Rhea just doesn't hit the shot, and now Zyphon in a 1v1, but Dafu with the 3k is going to seal it. Ecstatic, they do follow by example. They do the same that Copenhagen Flames did to them on Nuke, and their first round is going to be a half buy.
Yeah, they needed just to get the ball rolling there as well. That Pinnacle offer that's popping up on your screen is still ongoing. 100% deposit bonus up to €100 when you sign up using code Malta21. All you have to do is click the banner down below the stream, sign up using that code to get involved. You have to be 18 years of age or over, and make sure you're only gambling what you can afford to lose. As we get back into this one, Nikodos is going to try. Look at that nade damage on the CT side. Oh my. Yabi, Huxi and Roy, they're feeling a little bit sore. They're going to be picking out shrapnel out of themselves for a while after that one. Advantage Ecstatic, even though they haven't landed a final blow.
You know, this is something that I actually wanted to speak about, is the battle between, because normally you would see us speak about the head-to-head between the Opers, between the Star Riflers being, of course, Fasher and Roy, and the Opers, Nikodos and Wolfie, but actually the utility battle between Bird from Sky and Hooksy, I think is going to be really interesting, because Bird from Sky, he is actually the player with the most enemies flashed throughout 2021 in the entire scene. He's flashed over 2,000 people, which is a lot. And I think Twilight hasn't flashed so many people even, but Bird from Sky, he is a man that knows how to use his grenades, and Hooksy as well. Like, Hooksy is the flasher, he's the support player on the side of Copenhagen Flames as well as the IGL. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup. Bird from Sky with this HE, I think that he's winning so far, but Copenhagen Flames still really dangerous, as by the looks of it, they're having the right idea to this one. They've rotated the third player towards B, and this is exactly where Ecstatic are heading.
Yeah, as well, Ecstatic, they're just waiting longer and longer, aren't they? They're just running down the clock, 20 seconds to get into a bomb site, and there's the bomb drop. Now it's a little bit sketchy, especially because Fasher falls as well. Roy is hearing the players coming now on the flank. Bird from Sky will find a kill. Manx will take him down. Yabby just needs to try and delay. Wolfie, he has to try and take him out, will do so, will punch the numbers in the nick of time. And I mean, Yabby, he just needed to stay alive there for as long as possible. Was unable to do so. The flash is good. It doesn't matter. Xiphon is going to fall. And now Nikodos in a 1 versus 2. Slowly walking in. Manx on an off angle is going to creep forward. He's going to find the headshot. Ecstatic, I thought they were running out of time there. I thought it was going to be too little too late. But in the end, they just managed to recover. And to be honest, they really needed it.
I feel like that was a bit of a, maybe Copenhagen Flames underestimated the round just a little bit. You know, it felt done. It felt done and dusted. There's not a lot of time on the clock. Of course, they get the first 2 kills. You have that bait and switch setup towards CT and Runes for Copenhagen Flames. I feel like the Runes player, after getting the first kill, he should just hide. He needs to stay alive. Him going out for a peek, it's a massive mistake, and now they're trying to counter it. They're trying to fix their mistakes, but Ecstatic, they're not allowing them to fix it.
No, they are not whatsoever. Hooksy, beautiful, will take down the op. Wolfie, as Roy has gotten out of middle alive, just about. I mean, he's not looking too healthy whatsoever. Might need a little bit of a doctor's checkup after this, as he seems to be on his last legs. Hooksy, however, he has rotated over, but decides to rotate back. Ecstatic, they are just waiting. They are just waiting for that CT aggression. It's not going to come in just yet, though. It's not. I don't think it's going to come in at all. It's interesting to see, though, that Hooksy has actually split with Roy, and they're not going to play this one together. I would assume that a save would be on the cards if Roy goes down, but it's all about if Hooksy can have just a little bit more impact.
Oh, and look at that. That's perfect, Max. He needs that kill, gets it. That's the round done. That's some really lovely stuff from Ecstatic. They knew that eventually a peak would come. Eventually the aggression would come through. Now they think it's a bait, though. They think that he's pushing B on a bait and that Roy isn't going to be here. But, oh, that's unfortunate. Goes for a little bit of information, and he's going to get spotted. That's going to confirm it. That's probably going to be a third round for Ecstatic. Roy, you're going to be just a little bit devastating. Maybe if you're able to recover a rifle, that's going to make it just a little bit easier. At least going to ease the pain. Slightly.
Slightly. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's a painful round, whatever way you look at it. Now, Dafu just comes to his senses there. Oh, he didn't even see him, I think. Oh, well. That's very, very strange there. Didn't even see him. He just fat-fingered his mouse there. Little bit of a misclick. But it definitely spooked Roy. I can tell you that.
That's just psych.
He's like, what?
Yeah, and Roy's like, well, he spotted me. Why is he not fighting me? What's going on? Like, he shot one bullet and he decides he doesn't want to take the fight. What's happening? What's happening? But you know, Ecstatic, they're pretty much doing the same that Copenhagen Flames did to them right now on map number 1. They lose the first 6 rounds, then they win half by, and now they're about to win 4 rounds. Now, if history repeats itself, we should be seeing Copenhagen Flames get the 4 rounds after, and then Ecstatic finish it off with a victory, and then get a 5-10 half in the first one. You think it's going to be the same? It has the potential for it.
Has the potential, but I fancy Ecstatic here. I fancy maybe them to get 6 or 7, to be honest. Just the way that they're playing. Now, these pistols.
You know, what I don't think is going to be the same. I feel like when we go for the switch, Copenhagen Flames are going to do just a little bit better on the T side compared to Ecstatic on Nuke, and that's because of the simply because of the map. I feel like Inferno is a lot more balanced. Well, it kind of depends on who's playing and what they've prepared for, and so on and so on, stuff like that. Like normally you're not as good on your T side of your opponent's map just because it's a lot harder and you need to actually put a lot more time and effort and prax, right? But we spoke about the map pool of these two teams, and they have a pretty legitimate map pool, which means that they're going to be really well prepared on most maps. That's the reason that it's really tough to actually see a one-sided affair between them. That's not on the back of just someone being extremely off individually, right? Like, tactically, they're going to be really close one to each other.
Yeah, they are. Like they're both. I would say they're kind of evenly matched. You know, these two teams. I wouldn't put either team above each other, especially on recent form as well.
Yeah.
I think this was probably one of the fairest finals that we were going to see, and it's kind of turning into that just a little bit, especially with Ecstatic coming back. You know, the overtime on the first map, Huxley is just going to fall there as well. Everybody going to be kept alive here for Ecstatic, even after the bomb detonates. But yeah, 6-4. 2 rounds now behind, 4 in a row for Ecstatic if they can get that 5th. But we see that buy now back from Copenhagen Flames, and we see Nikodos on an AWP. I wonder how much impact he can have. I wonder now if he is going to be the man that is going to start things off really for Copenhagen Flames to get them back to winning ways, because they've stalled a little bit here, Ted.
Yeah, they have, right? They need someone to step up. And the individuals on the side of Ecstatic, they've woken up. It kind of feels like Copenhagen Flames' aggression has been countered. But speaking about aggression, Roy, he's going to go for a really wide peek. And Ober from Sky turns around in time. The comms kicking in. And wow, Ecstatic, they find another opening. This is once again Copenhagen Flames trying to be really, really explosive in the first couple of seconds. But they get absolutely denied again. Oh.
Huxley. Need to be careful here, mate. He will burn somebody to a crisp, but Manx will take him down. Nikodos now rotating around, is going to be smoked out as he's going to be mollied back as well. Ecstatic, they're all over this B site. Yabi spammed through the smoke.
That's a save.
Yeah, it should be. Well, I mean, Zyphon is very far away. He is going to not even be considering to go for this. Nikodos trying to dodge the spam and get out of there, and luckily he does. But 6-5, that's a really good round for Ecstatic to pick up. This was going to be their biggest test in a while. That was a whisker away from Nikodos, as Ecstatic, they're going to chase him a little bit.
They can afford it, right? You take a look at the money, Ecstatic, now it's a lot better. Now this is an entirely different team. Like, remember that Ecstatic that we were speaking about once they were down 0-6? Well, it's gone. Now they've woken up. Now everything's working out. They can go for their crazy plays. They can invest in the hunt because they've won a couple rounds in a row, and they don't really care if they lose a couple players. Like here, you lose 4. It's absolutely worth it because you take the AWP out of their hands. And now the odds are starting to even up just a little bit. But there's another really beautiful thing on the screen right now, Jack, and it has to do something with a really, really specific destination. Do you know what I'm speaking about?
Of course, man, it has to be the offer going on from Pinnacle, the Malta 21 code that you can use to get a 100% deposit bonus up to €100. Make sure you're only gambling what you can afford to lose, and 18 years of age and over is a legal requirement. As we get into this 12th round, is this going to be Ecstatic tying it up, Ted? That's the question. That's the question now. We see Zyphon, he has that M4 save. Taking away that op was a huge success, as you touched on as well. But it's just about if Zyphon can have any impact really with this M4. But the majority of Ecstatic, they're nowhere near him.
Yeah, right. Right now, the goal for Copenhagen Flames is just going to be, okay, we have a bunch of smokes. We see that Ecstatic obviously are going to be playing it a bit slowly in a round like that. Maybe try and go for an opener. That's why Zyphon is getting just a little bit curious. And then slow them down with the smokes. Make them try and 10 the timer and make the timer 10. And then slow it down with the smokes in the later stages of the round. Try and make them run through them and make it awkward. This is the goal. If Roy gets that kill, that's going to help out a lot. Well, unfortunately it doesn't. But now he set up the bait perfectly.
Onakoto, so he's hearing the steps, gets the deagle out. Manx will find the kill, however. Siphon on this little bit of a fast flank might be a problem. Now,
he's overcooked it.
I think he's just, he's a little bit too late, so he won't really accomplish too much, and he's really waiting for the pistols to kind of make a little bit of noise to just take away some of the distraction, but it's not to be. Pasha finds that kill. Oh, Manx swings around in the nick of time. There's the M4 down. There's Hooksy down. 6-6, 6 in a row for Ecstatic. They're back on level terms, and we will see that reinvestment coming in from Copenhagen Flames one more time. Another buy coming up. Is this the round to kind of break the streak for Copenhagen Flames? They're hoping so. They're going to call attack and see if they can figure it out.
Well, after the first tactical timeout that they had on Nuke, they were an entirely different team. They will be hoping for the same. Peter right now surely has what to say to them, but Max, he's been having a really good game. You know, we were wondering who's going to be the individual to step up. He was the only one that wasn't struggling for the most part of it. We were kind of pointing out to Bird from Sky, hoping that he leads by example, starts opening up space for his teammates, starts once again to show them that actually it's not impossible. This time around, it has been Manx though, currently 16-7. He's been having a really good game. We spoke about his resurgence and the resurgence of Dafu as well in recent history. And right now we're seeing him actually put up some impressive numbers. On the other side, Zyphoon and Hooksy, they're having a really good game. I would say that it's kind of fair on the other hand. Roy is being just a little bit more quiet compared to what we're used to, but now, after the attack, they have a chance to regain their lead and potentially try and win the first half, which I think, considering the circumstances, they need.
Yeah, they really do. They don't want to leave it too late. They don't want to give away a 9-6 half after, starting so well. That'd be an absolute disaster. But Ecstatic, they are good on this map. I mean, they've won their last 7 games in a row on this map. So, it is going to be a difficult win streak to topple as Copenhagen Flames are kind of figuring out as we move further and further into this game. And in this round, it is just a little bit of a default to start things off, take a little bit of map control. The retake nades make it difficult on Banana as Copenhagen Flames are just going to go and clear that out. So they show a little bit of presence. They react to actually losing the map control Ecstatic as they take a little bit of brackets, but they haven't really taken it fully. They've chucked some kind of util to make it awkward. Big nade onto Bird from Sky. Unlucky actually not to get a kill.
Yeah, down to 10 HP. Copenhagen Flames trying to counter that utility damage, trying to give them a taste of their own medicine. But Ecstatic, they're being really methodical with this one. And by the looks of it, another B hit is on the cards. But take a look at the utility that they have still on the side of Copenhagen Flames. Even if Nikotos goes down here, they're still going to have a lot of grenades to slow them down. Even the Molotov. This is going to be an extremely tough round for Ecstatic.
Oh, they have to go. Fasher, he's beating it. Yabi will find one. Hooksy with the next. There is a little bit of a flank coming in they have to be worried about. That's going to be Fasher. Hooksy gets towards the safety of the backside. He's towards Dark. Fasher has to push through a smoke. Yabi spots him out, takes him down. 8 seconds. Bird from Sky has no time, and he's no health left either. Copenhagen Flames, that's the round that they needed now. They get back on the board. They regain the lead. But because Ecstatic have so much of an economy built up, they're going to have to do it the hard way for the rest of the half.
Yeah, this is if I had to compare it, I would say around a la Gambit, maybe, because they don't use their grenades at all. Like you can see Copenhagen Flames, yeah, you put some early pressure on Banana and Middle, but then you save up so much utility for the after plants and potentially for the final seconds. And when Ecstatic are being so passive and when they're being so slow and methodical and they're getting pretty much most of their map control on just those contact plays, you're not really making Copenhagen Flames run out of util and use their grenades. So they have those smokes, those mollies in the end, and even if you find a couple kills, even if you send a player through the smoke, it's never gonna work out when you need to run through 3 smokes, 2 molotovs, a couple HEs, and some flashes. Well, maybe learning from their mistakes, they're gonna try quite the opposite, a really explosive round.
These rounds, I mean, they haven't worked out too much in the past, and this setup is going to be difficult to get rid of. Siphon with a double looking for another. Roy is going to get him as he drops down into the pit, and now Wolfie and Bird from Sky, they are left alone. Bird from Sky is going to fall. It's going to be a clean round for Copenhagen Flames. They don't even take any damage to head. So Ecstatic just trying to use that one just a little bit too much, but Copenhagen Flames so ready.
No, they're right now, what Copenhagen Flames are doing, what I think Peter told them, don't try to overcomplicate things, right? Right now, you're just playing the most default setups that you can. You're not aggressing. You're not doing any weird shenanigans. You're not going for those crazy middle pushes. You're not fighting too much for banana, just throwing your protocol nades and falling back. Just don't overcomplicate things and look at your crosshairs and make sure you're going to be able to kill your people. This is the game plan. Oh,
big HG.
That's weird.
Oh, Fasher. Hooksy's down and out. And just when you think it's going wrong, the nade damage was good there from Copenhagen Flames. Oh, my.
Oh,
okay. What? Okay, there's a refrag there from Hooksy's molly. He was dead for ages, man.
Okay.
What is happening with these
Utility
nades?
around number 15. Name a better combo.
Oh, look at this flying. Dignitas takes out Bird from Sky. It leaves Wolfie alone after a crazy round. It finally calms down just a little bit, and we can understand what's going on as Wolfie slowly creeps around. Has to try and isolate a 1v1 if he can. Nikodo has no idea where he is, and now there's the information that Siphon's looking for, but he's now down a teammate. And Wolfie holds his nerve, hits the shot. What a recovery there from Ecstatic. Yeah, the Nade King reigning supreme really in that round, wasn't it? Oh my. I wonder how many nade kills we've seen in that. I think it was 3 or 4. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, to close that one out. 8-7 though, as fair a half as you're gonna get. Oh man, I don't know. I can't tell you which way this one's gonna go, to be honest.
That was the bombardment from hell, pretty much. It was just insane. It was just Copenhagen Flames and Ecstatic showing what they're best at, and you know, that's the reason I wanted to speak about Hooksy versus Bird from Sky so much, because both of them are really famous with how they utilize their grenades, but they're not even going to give me time to speak about it. Look at Max and Fasher. They picked up 3 already.
Very, very quick. It was an aggressive peek towards second middle. They adjusted and peeked towards middle, and then they found the kills. Nico does. Oh,
1v5.
Up. Oh,
1v5.
Surely not.
I'm telling you. I believe.
He has to get the bomb. Now, he hasn't taken too much damage, and he's done an awful lot. Now, he's on a ticking timer because the banana player is coming behind him, and he needs to be ready for him. Takes out the pistol, needs to find the kill. Oh, the nade. Tag him down even lower. 12 HP. He will fall. Valiant effort, valiant attempt, but it was not good enough in the end. There was a world where he got it, Ted. I was believing there with you, trust me, mate. But it is going to be the CT pistol going in favor of Ecstatic.
And it's really important for them to pick up the pace, right? Because what Ecstatic did on Nuke was just try and keep Copenhagen Flames at bay for the most part of it. Right now, Copenhagen Flames, they're not able to do that. They're going to go for reinvestment, which in a round like that, I mean, it's kind of a 50-50. It kind of depends on what you fancy doing more. Both things are a right thing to go for. But Ecstatic, they're actually going to be really aggressive for this one. No information found, and now you know exactly what's going on. You know that they should be towards second middle, or they should be just watching TV or listening to the radio in T-spawn, which in that scenario is not going to be the case. Okay, peekaboo.
Nice shots there from Hooksy. The Tech 9 just taking the life of Manx away and trying to recover an MP9. He will be able to do so. Oh, okay. He gets the kill. Right, luckily Fasher's there to get a refrag. Hooksy's really opened up this round completely now for Copenhagen Flames, though. You spoke about him a little bit. You know, he had a lot of success on the T side with his entry on Nuke. Now, how about that with a Tech 9?
Yeah. That was... You know, I feel like right now Hooksy and Bird from Sky are just the same person. That's normally the thing you would see from his colleague, and well, an opponent in this game, of course. Copenhagen Flames. At least you've gotten a man advantage now. What you're trying to do, you're trying to kind of bait out a reaction from Ecstatic. You're like, yeah, even if you don't stack towards B, surely you go pushing when you hear all that noise happening. But Wolfie, he's really important here. Gets one, needs a second, and he's going to have the support of his teammate any second now. Yabi spots both players. Now they know, but there's not enough time to rotate.
No, they need to commit. They need to find the kills, and they're not going to go their way. Right, he's going to be able to find a double. Can he get the plant down? Yes, he can. 1v1. Oh, he's picked up the M4 there as well. Spots him out. Needs to commit to the plant. Or the fight. Goes for the fight. Needs to win it. And does. Right. He's stolen away the round there for Copenhagen Flames. Ecstatic. Oh, I don't think they're going to be feeling ecstatic after that one. That is a disappointing round to lose. Copenhagen Flames, they catch them sleeping a little bit.
What? That felt impossible, Roy. He didn't really want to do that. That was not on purpose. You can see he wanted to stick the plant, then he goes out, starts reloading. And again, that wasn't intended. He misclicked. In the end, manages to go for the fight. For Dafu, this is extremely awkward as well. He's like, what is he doing? What in God's name is he doing right now? Is he just triple faking? He's reloading. What's going on? Is he trying to bait me in? I don't know what to do. He just gets caught in the middle of nowhere. And this is disaster for Ecstatic.
Yeah, this is a difficult spot. I mean, they have to go for the investment here. They've invested a lot. Manx is going to be mollied out of apartments. Copenhagen Flames, they can just take their time, make sure that these pistols aren't going to catch them off guard wherever they go. But the longer they wait, the more time Ecstatic have, you know, or the less time they have, and, you know, the more time that Ecstatic have to keep their nades, because they have a lot of smokes as well to delay, and that's, you know, what they're going to be trying to do as well, to create a little bit of chaos. And how about that? The flash in. Fasher is going to fall. Nikodos at least gets that refrag. Bird from Sky alone. Manx is burning on the other side of the map as well. He needs to be careful. But Bird from Sky, he's not going to like what he sees now on the other side, spamming the deagle, and they actually enter on the left side of that smoke, so he can't even accomplish much. It's a Copenhagen Flames round, as it looks like Ecstatic, they are going to be saving.
Yeah, that's the alarm. Just hold on to the USPs. Go for the double trouble in the next one. As you're going to be echoing no matter what. Oh, why did you have to do that? Okay, can we talk about Wolfie and his awful personality, please?
For killing the chicken?
Yes.
Yeah, it's shocking, man. Shocking.
Okay. I want to say he deserved to lose that round just because of that, just because of killing the chicken. But yeah, on a serious note now, Copenhagen Flames, they've had their resurgence here into the second half, keeping 4 members alive as well. Well, Zyphon might fall as he's going for the hunt with the Mag 10. That's not going to be a big problem because, again, he's only got a Mag 10 in hand. But okay, that's awkward. In the end of the day, though, they make it up to double digits. They have 10 rounds. Now it's going to be an eco, so potentially 11. Copenhagen Flames, they're in touching distance to the win. Like, they need only 5 more. And you know, the first buy round is always going to be holding a lot of value here. Ecstatic, they need to be thinking about it. You don't want to be thinking about this one. You need to use this eco as kind of a tactical timeout. And again, I'm not sure if Bird from Sky is going to be ready to deal with this alone, because again, he's a really smart IGL, but now what comes into mind for me is that Ecstatic are going to feel the absence of a coach for the first time in such a long period of games, and this is in a grand final. Like, this is the worst possible moment, but wait. Okay. Whew, Jack. I'm going to leave the weather for today for you. I'm going to be taking my leave.
Yeah, man, this is getting a little bit hairy, isn't it, man? Oh, Bird from Sky.
Oh no,
he's got himself to 1v1 now. Nikodos. Okay, how has this happened? Oh, Ecstatic. Once again, they're gonna put themselves into a fantastic position. And now Nikodos, he has to choose. Pick his poison. Is it A? Is it B? It's gonna be the right choice. It is gonna be that A bomb site, and he can get a free plant as well, get a good post plant. Now, Bird from Sky, does he go for this? I presume, yeah, 1v1. You know, there isn't a lot of time, though. So, by the time he gets over there, he needs to just be so quick with actually, once he gets here, running through the smoke. He can't delay whatsoever. And that's going to be so much info for Nikodos. He's going to be hearing him coming from a mile away. It makes it somewhat easier, but it is still difficult shots to hit, especially in the final. You know, Bird from Sky, he's going to be jumping up, he's going to be making his way towards Grave, looking for Nikodos. He's not going to see him. Nikodos has done enough, there's no time. Bird from Sky going to be heard, has to try and back away and save, will be able to do so. Nikodos, does he survive? I think he just about does.
Has heard 100 HP as well, so there's no problem. But Yeah, Ecstatic, they're going to be delighted with this one. I kind of overlooked it. It was a mistake. What is not going to be a mistake is for you to go and head over to Pinnacle, use our code Malta21, and get 100% deposit bonus up to 100 euros. This is pretty much the bonus that Ecstatic just got from that round. It was an eco. You didn't really invest a lot into it. You got a 4K and an AK for Bird from Sky to save and drop over to Fasher. So this is a perfect round. Wolfie now has an AWP. It's go time. Ecstatic, we saw that you can do damage on an eco. Can you do it on a buy round, though?
Well, Yabi, working around this smoke, and he will find an opening pick. Fasher, he is going to be taken down. Yabi jumps through. Bird from Sky caught a reload. Yabi might even find a third. No, Dafu takes him down. As now, Huxley goes for a little bit of a pre-fire. It's not going to connect. Dafu waiting for support to arrive. Swings out, takes down the Opper, but Huxley will find that kill. Wolfie, Huxley, beautiful from him. And he has really stepped up in this game, Ted.
Is that Huxley?
Yeah, he has been leading by example here right now, and it gets Copenhagen Flames the 12th round. Manx has to save.
Hooksy, man, now I understand why Roy isn't the entry anymore. They don't need him. Look at Hooksy go. Maybe this is the formula. Maybe just the system of Copenhagen Flames is like, you know what? It doesn't really matter who is the entry. Our system works as follows. The entry fragger has the best stats. He's always the best player. We're setting him up in a perfect way. I don't know what's going on with entries in Copenhagen Flames. They're the only team that managed to make it look so easy. But Hooksy, you get the row off Roy, and you're doing such a lovely job. I'm impressed. I'm highly impressed.
Yeah, man, I'm really impressed with the way things are going. But, man, Ecstatic, this is getting bleak, isn't it? It's looking dire for them. Even the odds are reflecting it. Like 1.1 for Copenhagen Flames, 7.36 for Ecstatic. You can see they're a map down. 4 rounds is all Copenhagen Flames need to close this one out in regulation. And right now, look at the investment. Look at the buy coming in here from Ecstatic. They're even going to go ahead and call attack. And, you know, I agree with it as well. They need to maybe just have a little bit of a think of what they want to plan for this round. You are running out of opportunities. The sand timer is slowly running out of sand as it is just dripping down. And I mean, Copenhagen Flames, they look so good, man, on this T side. It's going to be difficult to topple. And what do you even say here if you're Bird from Sky? You know, as we have touched on, you know, they're without a coach, so it is really on the IGL to kind of rally the troops. And I mean, how do you inspire them? How do you kind of kickstart them to get going? Because if they don't get going, it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it is. And you can see that they're just a little bit devastated there. You can see it on their faces right now. Ecstatic, they realize nothing's working out. This second half, it had to be ours, especially after getting the pistol round. It was supposed to be the same or at least in their heads, it was supposed to be the same that happened to them on Nuke. They had to be dominating the city side, but Inferno is a lot different from Nuke, and we're seeing that Copenhagen Flames, they have a really good plan and they have a really good read on what's going on. Now, this round is everything. Wolfie being aggressive towards Apps. He can't afford to miss that shot, and he doesn't.
Yeah, he needed to hit that. And Zyphon is going to be the first casualty in this round. Flash goes out, and actually they're going to commit through the smoke. Wolfie's going to be taken down, and well, it's Dafu and Manx on the site, and they only have MP9s to try and fend off the attackers who are going to be making their way. And Nikodos, he's dropped Dafu. Manx has fallen as well. It's looking dire for Ecstatic here, Ted. Bird from Sky still only with an MP9 as well. So he is going to try an upgrade, and what an upgrade that is. He's picked up an AWP. Bomb is going to be planted. Bird from Sky does have a kit. Yeah, is it the save? It looks like it. Man, 13-8. Copenhagen Flames, 3 rounds away. And, I mean, Ecstatic, they took a big risk there going for that kind of force fight. They need that M4 and that up in the next round to really make a difference.
What they needed here was simply for Wolfie to hit that second shot as well. If Wolfie doesn't go down there, I think to Yabi, that's a 5 versus 3. He can turn his attention back towards the side and help, because the play from Copenhagen Flames was actually quite late from short and apartment. So he would have had the chance to even go for more. That would have created more space for the MP9s and so on. When he goes down, they know that both of Ecstatic's players are just trapped on the bomb side with SMGs. They just throw one Molotov, and they're forced to take fights that they don't want. And well, that was the big problem. There's not a problem with the giveaway going on in Hellcase because it's lovely. Skins are fantastic. Make sure and go and check it out. But for Ecstatic, there is a massive problem. Now you go for another reinvestment. Funny enough, it's going to be better than the previous one. You're going to have 3 rifles and an AWP. Utility is not going to be looking too terrible. But you lose this one, Jack. The trophy is going in favor of Copenhagen Flames. I don't care. You lose this one, you have no money. You're going to be down 15-8 potentially.
Aggression here from Bird from Sky with that MP9.
Yabi peeks
out. Oh, that is a disaster there. The molly will go in and start to burn Yabi now, but he still stays alive. Needs some support from his teammates. Flash goes high, and he will just get into safety for now. And he's actually going to continue to get aggressive here. Are they going to be ready for this position? If a flash comes over that half wall, they could be dead. Oh, Max is going to walk right in. Roy has found a kill elsewhere. It's Dafu and Fasher now in a 2v5 situation, and it's a 1v1 on each side. Fasher in the pit, can't do anything. He gets overwhelmed. Zyphon hits the headshot, and Dafu, he has to save one more time. You feel he'll pick up a little bit of util, he'll pick up an AK, but he will definitely not pick up the round. And I mean, already Hooksy, he's hungry, man. He's going for the hunt.
It feels like this is it. It feels like it's over. Ecstatic, can you fight with this? Copenhagen Flames, they're so dominant. Individual Hooksy's 21-12. When's the last time when this guy had such a game? And he's playing as the entry as well. He's going for the initial fights in most of these rounds. Copenhagen Flames, you've won 6 in a row on the T side. This is such a surprise. We were questioning, are Copenhagen Flames gonna be ready for this pick? Are they gonna be thinking it's gonna be Inferno? Aren't they gonna be looking at Vertigo and be like, okay, that's the second map? No, they're not getting caught off guard. And we can see that the T side is absolutely phenomenal. Another force buy for Ecstatic, another investment, another round where they need to try and change their destiny. But at this point, they're just getting from bad to worse. It's just the glass cannon. 2 of the players don't have anything despite a flash. And well, now they have only 2 smokes left, and it's minute 30. They need a hero.
Oh, they need a hero by the end of the night, or it is going to be Ecstatic falling just a little bit short and not retaining their Malta Vibes crown, as there will be new kings on the scene. Yabi's found an opening pick, and it's Fasher down, and the flashes are good. Bird from Sky is spotted, and he's in no man's land. Yabi with the double entry. Ecstatic scrambling once again. Wolfie going for a hero shot through the smoke, but I mean, that's all it was going to be. It was always just going to be him looking for a little bit of good fortune. Dafu has found that kill onto Zyphon, but it's the save on the cards one more time for Ecstatic. It's map and series point. It's map and event point for Copenhagen Flames. And 7 rounds in a row, Ted. That is a very tall order for Ecstatic.
It is, right? Even though it's Ecstatic, even though they played a grand final in Funds Park just a couple days ago, they did win Pinnacle Fall Series 3. They've made 8 consecutive playoffs in their last 8 events. But once again, it feels like they're gonna fall short in the finals. They did lose to K23 in the Funds Park ones, now on the edge of elimination in their last game against Copenhagen Flames here. And the Flames, this is going to be such a perfect way to end the year. 7 consecutive rounds. 7 consecutive chances to get the trophy, and look at the odds, Jack. They just have no belief whatsoever in Ecstatic, and we can't blame them. This hasn't been looking great.
No, it hasn't. And possibly for the final time, that Pinnacle offer is still ongoing as well. So if you haven't taken advantage of it already, definitely do so. Up to €100, 100% deposit bonus when you sign up using code Malta21. Click the banner down below the stream to get involved. You have to be 18 years of age or over, and make sure you're only gambling what you can afford to lose. A little bit of a technical pause before we get into the final round, as we just have a look at that brilliance from Yabi once again. The first kill was lovely. Even the flashes from his teammates helping him out. He spots the player on the site, spots Bird from Sky, and it makes it very, very easy. It's 7 in a row for Copenhagen Flames. Can they make it 8? Can they make it 8 in a row? That is the question, Ted. And can they crown themselves as Malta Vibe champions after this round?
If you did notice, in the last round, it was again Yabi to pick up a double opener. So that's once again showing, like, we had all those questions, who's going to be playing the entry, and we're seeing different people take the initiative. Like, this is the case with teams that have so many experienced and good riflers, because obviously you're going to have the upper try and get an opening now and then, but it's not going to be him constantly going in first. But when you have so many capable riflers on both sides, like on the side of Ecstatic, of course, you have Bird from Sky, Mang, Staffo, and Fasher. On the side of Copenhagen Flames, you have Zyphoon, Huxi, Yabi, and Roy. All of them can play pretty much every single role when they're having a good day. All of them can throw grenades. All of them can lurk. All of them can refrag. And this expression on the face of Bird from Sky just says it all. He's really devastated. It's a technical timeout, but they realize that they're just trying to delay the inevitable at this point. And seeing Yabi on the entry, back to what I was saying, that just shows that Copenhagen Flames, everything's working for them. Everyone can do everything. Yabi, he's been the one to kind of struggle the most on the first map as well. Here was a bit of a slow starter, but now he's picking up the pieces. And to be fair, everyone on the side of Copenhagen Flames is picking up the pieces. They look like the better team. Ecstatic, not going to be happy about this one, but this Danish Derby, it looks close to end. And you can see how relaxed they are. You can see just a little bit of a smile trying to linger on the face of Yabi. But still, they want to hold on to it. They want to wait for the final moment. By the way, what is people playing with their lights off? What's that on about?
I was thinking that to myself, mate. I was thinking that when we seen it. It's like, you're playing with the lights off. I mean, I don't know. I don't think my eyes could adjust to that. I need
exactly.
I need some kind of light, even like a lamp in the corner. Yeah, that'd make a little bit of a difference. But man, in pitch black darkness, I think I'd play like a lot worse.
I think I might play better, but my eyes aren't going to be enjoying that. I don't like.
No.
Imagine you're Zontaris, you play with your lights off, but it's really bright for you because you're just standing right in front of your monitor. I wouldn't understand that. I think that my eyes are just going to fall off my head. They're going to pop out.
Yeah, man. Like, it's even from sitting and casting over the last year. I don't know if it's the lights. I don't know if it's the monitor, but my eyesight is gone in the bin, man. It is. Absolutely, it's been ridiculous over this last year. But back to the game. Nobody cares about my eyes, but let's see what they will see in this round, and we'll see if Ecstatic can actually bring it back. Yabi burning a little bit as he extinguishes that molly. And now Copenhagen Flames, are they going to continue to attack Banana? Bird from Sky, he's looking like he wants to take an aggressive peek. There's the flash, Yabi. Another double entry. It's perfect. Oh, wow. He's found that double. He's found the B site for his team. Nikodos with a lovely shot onto Wolfie, looking for the next. They're full of confidence, and they should be. It looks like it is Copenhagen Flames gonna be crowned Malta Vice champion. Manx in a 1 versus 5, and he's found 1 kill. But I'm afraid it's looking very, very bleak for the ex-Copenhagen Flames, man. He's now smoked out. Everybody's looking at him. The flank is coming in, and it's only a matter of time before he falls. Roy will take him down, and that is it. 16-8. The Copenhagen Flame will not be extinguished by Ecstatic, and there is no retain of the title for Ecstatic either. Beautiful from the Danes.
Absolutely one of the revelations of 2021. Copenhagen Flames, from starting on as a team that was unknown to a big part of the fans, going to the major, nearly into the playoffs, making a name for themselves as one of the best teams on this tier 2 scene that is ready to jump straight into tier 1. And well, they're just cementing that today. They have shown some incredible Counter-Strike. They are your Malta Vibes champions, and they deserved it. What a way to end up the season for them. And they did it without dropping a single map as well.
Yeah, man, they look so impressive too. I mean, they were pushed to their limits on Nuke. Let's be real, you know, they were pushed to their limits. They had to work for it. It wasn't an easy final. Then on Inferno, I think they caught everybody by surprise. Definitely me, to be honest, because I didn't see Inferno going in their favor. I thought Ecstatic, you know, it's their bread and butter. You know, they're on a 7 win streak on that map going into it. But Copenhagen Flames, I mean, they're just showing kind of how far that this team has come. And I mean, what a way to finish off the year for them.
Yeah, right. I feel like that has been just a little bit of a Cinderella year for them, above and beyond any expectations that anyone had. on both these teams actually, because Copenhagen Flames, this is going to be such a like incredible way to finish off the year. I feel like Ecstatic aren't going to be too sad about it as well, because in the end of this year, we might say that even though the Astralis era has been gone and forgotten for a long period of time now, Danish CS has been I think Danish CS had a little bit of a revival in terms of their tier 2 and tier 3 scene, because the tier 1 Danish scene has always been really strong, right? Obviously you now have Astralis and Heroic Ball for rocking it, but now you have teams like Flames, you have teams like Ecstatic that are just showing how good the Danish scene is. In Copenhagen Flames, I'm not going to be surprised if we see them on more and more tier 1 events in 2022, because I feel like individually they're already there. Team-wise, we're seeing, even though on your map pick you get really upset and you win it barely, mentally you're like, okay, the game plan continues. We won our first map. Yes, we were thinking I was going to go that way. It was just a little bit tougher. I still think that was just because of Bird from Sky's incredible preparation for it. They managed to make it so close, but by the looks of it, Copenhagen Flames, they weren't surprised by that. Taking a look at that, the smiles, they are on their faces and they are deserved.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, we're speaking so much about the winners, the losers as well. Ecstatic, they can go away from this event and hold their heads high. They can go away from the whole entire year and say, that these guys, they've played absolutely superbly. Definitely, there is jumping into a little bit of an interview with Roy very, very shortly, as we just wait and get a few things set up now. And well, I believe it should be happening very, very shortly indeed. But yeah, I mean, Ecstatic, I thought they played quite well throughout the whole entire event. A little bit unlucky maybe not to take it to a decider, but man, the Flames look very, very good.
Him specifically, like himself and Hooksy arriving from Mad Lions, going for that rebuild in Copenhagen Flames, it left us with a lot of questions. And well, taking a look at that, Roy, he's already here with us.
Hello guys.
Roy, mate, how are you getting on? How does it feel? Congratulations first of all for winning the Malta Vibes. What's going through your head right now? Talk us a little bit through the game.
Thank you so much. I mean, obviously I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we ended up taking 2-0. I think Nuke was very close, but I mean, and everyone knows that our Inferno hasn't really looked like the strongest map for us recently. So, I mean, beating them 16-8, I'm just really, really happy with that, and I'm especially happy with, a lot of the things that we had issues with on like our recent Infernos. We just completely turned it around, and we just started winning. Fixing our mistakes and all those kind of things. So overall, I'm just really, really happy with this result, to be honest.
Yeah, we're really interested in what happened on Nuke, because for a second there, it felt like Bird from Sky had a trick up his sleeve and you were caught a little bit off guard. What went through your head on that game? And for a second there, did you actually believe that you were about to lose it? Because in the second half, at least, you felt really comfortable, even though you had to win a lot of rounds even to level things up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we played pretty bad, to be honest. Our calls wasn't really that good, and our ideas wasn't that good in the beginning. I think there were always like 2 or 3 guys just standing ready for wherever we came, and we didn't hit our shots. So, I mean, then it's really hard. I think we just, I don't know, we got maybe carried a little bit away and didn't really, I don't know, get our energy levels up and started thinking, because we worked somewhere, it didn't work, we took a timeout, and we went somewhere else. I just felt like what we were doing was pretty obvious. So I mean, but of course they also, they played well and they were standing the right ways and so on and so on, and we didn't really play best. But I think our CT side has always been looking really strong. So I mean, I think we were, like, compared to the start we had, I think we were pretty, like, we were okay with getting 5 rounds, especially on the CT side. That is really doable. So I mean, we are pretty good at just keep on working, even though it doesn't look that good. And I mean, we ended up showing that, and just really good that we took Nuke. I think it was really important that we got that map.
Yeah, I mean, it caught me and Ted by surprise as well, just how well you guys actually played on Inferno, because, as you said, it hasn't been a great map recently. Is it something that you guys have been kind of working on just to try and get better and better? Because, the results kind of haven't been there, and, we're coming to the end of the year kind of now to finish it on a high, to win the event on that map as well. What's that kind of mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're putting a lot of work into Inferno the last couple of weeks because, I mean, everyone is picking it against us, and we haven't really looked that good on it. So, I mean, we just know that like the BO3s are very hard when people keep picking Inferno, and we're not really good on it. So, you know, as soon as we just fix that, we will just be very strong in the best of threes. And I think today it just really showed, you know, the amount of work that we put into it, and definitely just, you know, trying to make it work for us, because it's just really important that we are good on this map, because there's a lot of teams who play Inferno and has a really strong Inferno. So as soon as they see the opportunity against us, they'll just pick it, you know. So I think this is just means a lot for us, because we have put a lot of work into Inferno. So I mean, I think everyone on the team is so happy that we finally, you know, see it flourish a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanna speak about the grand scheme of things just for a second there. Obviously, you and Hooksy, you joined in from Mad Lions just a couple months ago, but since then, this season has been feeling like a Cinderella run for you guys. Everything has been working out, making it into the major, barely missing out on a playoffs attendance as well. Do you feel that this victory is the perfect end to a season? And do you feel like you guys are maybe following the steps of, let's say, One Gambit, that their run started in the same way, starting to win those tournaments slowly but surely, making a bit of a name for themselves in the tier 1, and then going straight into it for the big trophies? Do you feel like 2022 is going to hold that kind of success for you?
I mean, anything can happen, right? I mean, you know, she didn't go into this team thinking that we would be doing as well as we are right now. And I mean, we are trying to be like Gambit. I mean, we even talked about it in the start of the team in Uxie, you know, they were just playing a lot of matches online, just playing everything they could, and we had a really long period where we just practiced a lot. So I think we just went into this team with a really, really big grind mentality, and just, you know, play everything we can, and just kind of work like that. And I think Gambit did that as well. And I mean, of course, we still have a lot to prove, right? I mean, we're not really consistent, or like I don't think we have shown consistently that we're able to be on this level. And I just can't wait to, you know, show it on bigger stages and maybe play on some of the bigger events. And I'm just like, of course, these tournaments are fine, and it's fine, you know, ending up with a win against Ecstatic and stuff like that. But I mean, we are pretty sad just, you know, not playing IEM Winter and the Blast that was there as well. I mean, that would have been amazing, and that would have been, you know, that's a real stage where we can prove ourselves, I feel like. But of course, we have to make it down here as well, in these online tournaments. And I think we had a pretty rough period after the major. And I think that there's a lot of reasons to that. I mean, we came from, you know, that Cinderella story, as you said, and then coming back in your own apartment and just sitting here and playing from home in some online tournament compared to the major is not really the same. So like, we had a lot of mental issues I think we had to work around, and I think we slowly came over that. And I think, I'm just really happy, you know, that we just started winning again, because we had a really rough time after the major, losing to teams that we felt we shouldn't lose to, and we kind of, you know, it was kind of like, you know, Copenhagen Flames was talking about. So I mean, we just had to work around that, and you know, just moving forward and just keep grinding. And I think everyone knew, like, we knew that we have it in us. We just need to find it, you know, and we didn't really overthink it that much, and we just started working hard. And I mean, I'm just really happy that we are getting into the winning race again. And I think this is not the last tournament for us this year. So I mean, I think we have maybe one more or something left. I'm not exactly sure, but I really just think that we can end it on a good note. I mean, it always feels good ending, you know, on some wins or like a good run or something. So yeah, that's what we're looking forward for, and working towards. And we are just we're just giving it everything we have until the vacation, and then, you know, next year we're gonna work even harder, you know. And I think every one of us wants to be at the big stage and play in the big tournaments, and we have got a taste of it right now. So. I kind of think, you know, everyone on the team just kind of, you know, they know how it feels like, and everyone just wants more, you know. So we just, we just gotta do everything we can to get that, because that's what we all want.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, finishing this year on a high, I have no doubt in my mind that you guys are going to take next year by storm. Thank you very much for joining us, for taking the time out to talk to us. And once again, congratulations on the victory. You know, absolutely amazing done. Didn't drop a map throughout the whole event. So congratulations on that. Don't celebrate too much. It's coming up to Christmas. So I know you might get a bit carried away, but take it maybe a little bit handy. But no, in all seriousness, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Whew, okay.
All right.
We can see by the way that he is happy with the victory, but he's like, yeah, it's cool winning these tournaments, but this is not where we want to be. And this is what I love. This is the hunger for success that I love, because he's not really getting happy with where he is right now. He's like, yeah, we understand we're one of the, if not the best tier 2 team right now. We want to jump into that tier 1 scene though, and we want to prove ourselves on the greatest tournaments, on the best tournaments, on the biggest stages in front of the crowd. This is what I love about this guy. You know, he realizes that right now he's on the top of his game, and he realizes that this is his chance to get into tier 1. And I really do believe that if this is the mentality, if this continues being the mentality for Copenhagen Flames, well, man, the sky is the limit.
Oh man, absolutely. You know, they have the skill, they have the
or
ability.
for complexity. Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe complexity.
Well, we won't go into that too much. We won't go into that. Rumors are rumors, but yeah, no, I mean, congratulations to them. They played absolutely superbly, and yeah, the sky is the limit with those guys. They have the skill, they have the ability, and you know, they're definitely going to be a team name to look out for in next year. But they are your Malta Vibes winners. They are the champions. They took down Ecstatic. They didn't drop a single map as well.
Because it's a Danish fight, bro. It's a Danish fight, so...
Oh, what is this now? What is this now? This is unscripted, by the way. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So you've a fan in Ted. You've a fan in Ted right now. But yeah, get the hat on.
Okay,
yeah.
We're back.
Perfect. Nah, but in all seriousness, congratulations to them, man. They're absolutely amazing. And Ted, that concludes the Malta Vibe by Visit Malta. Beautiful. It suits you, mate. It suits you. You should just wear that on every cast from now on. Yeah,
right.
That you should bring that with you. But, ladies and gentlemen, sadly, that is where we are gonna end it. Congratulations to Copenhagen Flames. Commiserations to Ecstatic. We are gonna leave you. We hope you enjoyed the cast. We hope you enjoyed the event. Special thanks to all of our partners, Hellcase, Pinnacle, Grid as well, and a special thanks to production Relog. It wouldn't be possible without all those guys as well. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.